I don't want to lose control by falling. Hey, just keep believing. Hey guys. Well, I mean, welcome back.
It's been a while.
Well, yeah, it's been a little over like a month. I want to say maybe
A
or
month
almost
and like
almost 2 months.
a half
Just about.
since our last adventure with one another.
Yeah.
And
But
this
I
great
mean,
wide,
like
I
it's
don't know what to call
throwback
this.
time, baby. Like
It is throwback time.
we promised this, and you know
As
what?
promised, yeah.
And the funny thing is too, we actually expanded it a little bit. It was Lily's idea to say, let's throw some other years in. There might be some other ones that people want to watch. No, we stuck to 2009.
Okay, hey.
Nice,
You
nice work.
guys clearly want to hear about my first Eurovision ever. Because that's what
Yeah.
2009 was. Well, it was my first year live watching, but like my first year of awareness.
Hmm.
I like that idea. Like, having people vote. So like if there's any years you guys want to see, leave a comment. Like in the description, not the description. Leave a comment on this video with a year you'd be interested in seeing. Us talk about, and we'll take a few of those and make the next poll. But yeah,
Hmm.
thank you all so much for joining us. If you're here, or if you're watching this later, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
I'm
Thanks for
Lily
coming to
Love
see us.
Stuff.
I'm
This
Short
is
Take ESC.
and we're both a
And
part of the Eurovision Fam team.
yes.
And yeah, so as described, we'll be doing like a review thingy for Eurovision 2009. Ancient times.
One of the best years the
Yes.
contest has ever put on. Mm.
It's such a good year. It's also like a wild year. Like
Yes.
before we get into talking about like the show itself and the songs, I
Mhm.
want to just talk about like the fact this happened. Like I feel like we need to acknowledge like why was this allowed to occur? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like this Eurovision literally happened right after, well, like the year after Russia invaded and took land away from Georgia.
Mhm.
And like why was
Abkhazia
this able to
situation.
happen? I, I guess maybe just because times were different then and there wasn't enough outcry to
Mhm.
say, hey, we shouldn't let Russia do this.
Mhm.
Um,
There wasn't the propensity of social media either, because now we
yeah,
all receive our news like so quickly because we get it from each other. But back then, we had to rely on cable or we had to rely on like paper or stuff like that.
exactly. And it's like not only that, but then like, Georgia got disqualified because their song was political, which if you've
We
never
don't
watched
want to
a
put in.
banger.
It is. It is though.
Oh yeah, I was blasting that one last week. Um anyways, that national final is craziness. Like it's like literally 4 pixels, but it's wild if you can find it. Yeah, like that, and like then they were disqualified. It just feels like it's a weird year
Hmm.
because of that. But it's also like a year that was a big transition because like the first year was a big old LEDs.
Hmm.
My dogs are about to come running into the room. Um, I think at the time 1/3 of all the LEDs made in the world were on that stage in Moscow.
Wow. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Well, I mean, that would make sense because, yeah, LED staging wasn't, it didn't have its time yet. 2009, they were like, we're going to have circles, we're going to have rectangles, squares, every shape of
I
LED
don't mean
you would
there's a
like.
cone LED. It's that
Yeah.
stage is insanity. It's also like
Hmm.
in a massive stadium, which I mean we've had stadium Eurovisions,
Hmm.
but like this was like a huge stadium that was happening there.
Yeah, it was.
Um yeah, so
And
I
it was
guess
a great show despite every single thing. Despite everything. We have to admit, this was just like the right artists came together for the
oh
right
my gosh,
year.
good.
It, mm,
Chef's kiss, beautiful. Do you want to start by like kind of just do we want to start with like the opening and then we'll get into the songs, kind of go in the running order of the show? Um or how do
ye-
you want to do this, Jordan? You tell me.
uh, so I was thinking maybe we could just like do uh like the running order.
Okay, we can do the running order. So,
Yeah.
let's start with Lithuania then,
Mm-hmm.
because that was Sasha San, and the song was called "Love."
Love.
Do you want to kick us off talking about love?
So yeah, the song, I have, I'm challenged by this one. So I think the melody is unsatisfying, and okay,
Okay.
so the lyrics are impressive, and the vocals, well done, but like this, it was the fact that the melody was not resolute, and the staging was too dark, and I think just the kind of intimacy that the song demanded just didn't fit for being the opening song, and ultimately I just felt completely dissatisfied. That's how I felt coming out of it. Even with the key change, switching it to Russian. Yeah, I
Was
just
that
kind of
Russian
felt
or
like
Lithuanian?
I think it was Russian. I'm pretty sure it was Russian.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I I don't mind it. You also have to remember for this one, this was a random draw running order.
Hmm.
So like no one had a say in what went where. And
Hmm.
there's a song we'll be talking about real soon who was robbed because of running order, let's be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, honestly, I think it's fine. It's like an R&B song and it's enjoyable. Like I like it when it's on. It's not anything I'd go, "Oh, I have to hear that again." But like I don't get bored like listening to it. I think the staging worked for what it was, which was like early aughties R&B that was like in that zone for like your mom or your grandma. It's not too horny. It's not gonna like make anyone clutch any pearls.
Hmm.
So like it kind of does its duty there.
Hmm. I see what you mean in that sense. Yeah, like it does make sense what you're saying, but it's not enlightening it anymore for me.
Okay. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't mind it. I like the language change. I also
Mhm.
one of the things I when I was what I was like, there's a lot of not English in this.
Mm.
And it's just nice to have, a lot of songs not be in English. I know for this, the way the songs were chosen were that the majority of the songs were picked by the televote only, and then the jury got a
Mm.
couple of songs in as well. But the jury did have some say over who qualified. Let me see
Yeah,
here.
we were really switching things up in '09.
Oh nine was wild. No, I
'09
mean we've
was
already said that.
the experiment year. Like there was something where it's just like, let's try this out. Whatever happens, happens
I mean,
kind of year.
I feel like most years you get a little experimentation going on.
Hmm.
Sorry, we
But
just totally skipped that.
Moscow, it was quite an Olympic feat.
Yeah, why doesn't that tell me what language the song was in?
Yeah, I feel like the melody would be so much more memorable if it wasn't that melody. If like the keys in the melody of the chorus were just not those exact keys but had the same progression type, I would have liked it more. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like everything is getting so close to me liking it, and ultimately it just kind of falls flat.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and let's go on to Israel. So this was Noah and Mira
Israel.
Awad. And the name of the song was There Must Be Another Way. You
Yeah,
want to kind of start us off on that one?
you want to see me dance? So basically,
Is it
this.
because her name is Noah? Is it because one of the women are named Noah? Is that what you're going with that for? I will have you know. Would you like to guess what video is the most viewed video on our channel by a
Oh
long
no.
mile?
No,
What
don't tell
video
me it's
has
the
the
Israel
most
one.
comments?
Don't tell me it's Israel. Don't
It's
tell
your
me it's
reaction.
Israel.
It's your short form reaction to Israel's
Okay.
first rehearsal. It has like
All right.
25,000 views, and we still get comments on it constantly in Hebrew. I don't know what the comments are saying. I don't speak
Okay.
Hebrew, but
Israeli fans of Noah Carell, it's good to see that you support her this much on TikTok. Thank you. Thank you. We enjoy the music. There must be another way. There must be another way. So yes, Noah and Miwad.
I like it. It's fine.
Mira Awad, sorry.
Yeah, it's Mira
It's
Awad.
it's how do I say this? I feel like it's one of the most melodically strongest songs in the lineup.
It's
Don't come for
it's
me.
it
Don't Come
stays
For
with
Me.
you. It's
It does.
second in the running order, but you don't forget about it there.
Yeah.
Like when you go back and you go, okay, at the end you're like, okay, I can remember this. I can remember it easily.
Mm-hmm.
I like the melody. I like the fact that I think it's like in 3 different languages.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, coming together peace song. It's like a different take on the peace song. Where usually you'd have just a single person, saying, here's my song about peace, but it's nice to have that
And they're not dressed
combination.
in white, and the melody's not like cloying,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like there's like an emphasis of like the line of like, when I cried for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a nice touch. It's like it has a good bit of emotion to it.
It does.
And
it really does.
And I feel like it's a different take on this genre. And I think it was a risk, being completely frank with things.
Mm-hmm. No, I would agree. It was
it's
a risk.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a risk, but it has like this, and the overall feeling of hopefulness you get from it, I do really like. Why am I getting a Discord call from you?
Are you getting a Discord call from me? It's my ghost. No, I honestly have no idea. I am not calling you. Interesting.
No, you called me before, but it's just not showing up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry, guys.
How
really
odd.
Weird.
But to follow up on your point, when you say, just to highlight that lyric, when I cry for both of us, you were right. Israel doesn't ever go in the direction of, I'm going to address something that alludes to something.
Yeah.
Going in the, glancing toward the conflict.
Yeah.
But this is also straight up in Arabic. Like a good third of it at least is in Arabic.
I mean, I think, is it Mira Palestinian?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like, it's you know what I mean? Oh no. Am I mixing up? Yeah. Mira is Palestinian.
Mira, yeah.
Or where was she born? I might be getting mixed up. Hold on.
It's okay. This is all a part of the re-education on Eurovision process.
Okay, so she's an Arab Israeli singer, songwriter, actress, and televangelist, political activist of Palestinian, Arab, and Bulgarian descent.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got distracted.
At that front, yeah, there's a good enough reason for there to be Arabic in the song, because she actually does carry that.
Yeah, she was the first singer who was either Christian or Arab to perform for Israel at Eurovision.
Either Christian or Arab?
I'm learning things today. I'm like, okay, interesting.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm learning things today.
I didn't know that. I
want that on a shirt, Christian or Arab.
I mean, she's both, but it's the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone who is Christian or someone who is Arab who
holding the Star of David flag for the Eurovision Song Contest. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's a song that I find to be enjoyable. And I think
I really like it.
It's unexpected for Eurovision, and I think that we gotta give it a little bit of a highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second here. Should we go on to who's next?
Oh,
1 moment.
So the next song, you guys, is it was the Voila before Voila, if I can say that. It was the Voila before Voila.
The robbery.
The sheer robbery. And just like Voila, a robbery.
No, I'll say Voila getting second is still deserved. You know what I mean?
Now that I'm 2 years past that point, I want vengeance for Voila.
Beat Voila again? Woo! Hold on, I gotta do math. That was the Italy one.
Yes. No, that should let you know that Barbara probably should have been the winner of 2020.
No, I still like Maneskin.
No, I do too, and I do see why they won. It was great. Really,
and I appreciate the fact that Victoria had her titties out last week at Glastonbury.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But
I always love seeing a female. I mean, yeah, but you.
No, yeah,
I know that. But at Glastonbury, it's kind of a big deal to have your titty out. I feel like.
Okay.
because it's
I don't know that
Glastonbury,
much
you know what I
about
mean?
Glastonbury. I don't really know.
It's a big festival. It's like everyone goes. It's like they've got children, they've got like adults, like old people, and like
Mm,
it's put on TV. Like you can stream it on the BBC. Like it's a big deal
interesting.
festival.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do
Um,
some research on that. I wonder if any
sorry,
Eurovision artists have any performances at Glastonbury that I can research.
Maniskin. Sorry. Let's focus here on
Oh yeah,
2009.
Patricia Cass.
Oh,
Et s'il fallait le faire. First of all, this is one of the best French language songs in the contest. It is one of the best French songs in the contest. It is one of the best songs of 2009, and it is one of the best songs of the history of Eurovision.
the smokiness of her voice, just like the performance. She's so vulnerable on stage. She just looks and sounds like she doesn't consume anything besides like cigarettes and red wine. That is her diet. It's so good. It's so French. It's so aggressively French, but like, it's perfect.
It's like I almost want to say if you zoom out one more time at Voila has a more kind of like theatrical, like eventful aspect of it, whereas Et s'il fallait le faire is it retains that one single like sadness from that first note through the whole way through, but it just builds in that at that same kind of like nadir, and it's just so wonderfully dark. It's like it's like it's like a double Jägermeister shot. That's how strong it is. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about you comparing Patricia Cass to Jägermeister.
Oh, she might know. She might know how she feels.
I don't understand.
But yes, lyrically gorgeous. Wow,
Yeah.
it is pure poetry. Vocally, yeah, she sounds like Lana Del Rey at SNL. But for her, it actually really truly works.
I'm mad at that. No, it works because here's the thing: is that her voice is not smoky for a reason. It works for the song, works for the style.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's everything about it is just fantastic. I love it. I adore it to pieces.
Interesting here. 418 Music Fan says, I'm looking at the list of 2009 songs. Unfortunately, I barely remember France. Get re-educated. Go look back at that year because that was 14 years ago and you're a different person now.
It's the running order, genuinely speaking. Like, when it comes to that song, it being in third is just not a good spot for it.
Criminal.
Because, like, here's the thing with this year.
The first 3 songs, the positions of the first 3 songs are just injustice. It's injustice.
Well, here's the other part of it. It's like, somehow, it's a random running order, but it all flows really well still. But then at the same time, there's, like, songs that just got crushed and, like, buried. Because just, you know, random running order means you have to deal with putting Patricia Cass in third. And I think she's a big deal too. Like she sells out stadiums at the time.
She was pretty big before Eurovision. Like she had her stuff going.
Exactly. And so it's like France going with an artist who's a big deal and taking them to Eurovision, and it's like they took that risk and she took that risk, came 8th. But like I remember her, and that's what's important. Is that
I remember her. My first watch of 2009, she was my winner that second, and no, she didn't. She was not always my winner. We can talk about that. We will actually get to a couple of my winners over time.
Here's the thing, because when I talk about this year, I say I had like 10 songs I would be okay with winning.
Yeah,
she's the first of those 10 songs that I would like. If this would have won, I would have loved it.
Did any of those songs win?
No. We'll talk about that later.
We will talk about that. Song 20, baby.
Let's go on to let's go on to song number 3, which is La Voix. Oh no, sorry, song 4, La Voix by Milena Ernman.
Yeah. I can't go any higher than that. That's literally the highest I can go. But Milena Ernman.
That opening shot with the zoom in on her face. That's literally a jump scare. Like, I don't know how else to phrase it. It's just like...
It's just like what is with like the Tarantino camera work in that moment? Like,
I don't know.
why are we going so dramatic with it? And how did they get that shot at that time?
If I remember correctly, there was a lot of drama, both like from Melfest on to competing in Moscow. And on the ground in Moscow, there was still a lot of drama from what I remember. Like, apparently, like, you know, the shot where everything's really white, you can't see her. I think, like, I heard the delegation wasn't happy with that shot, and they wanted to, like, get a redo. And Russia was like, no. And, like, well, you're sabotaging us because of the national final. Yeah, it was like, I remember there being, like, a lot of drama.
Sweden, you were not that girl yet. You were not that girl yet.
Yeah, I remember because, like, during their national final that year, they did have, gosh, an interval act that was a little spicy. And I think like
I should rewatch that Melfest. Dang. Because I haven't seen it actually, so I do need to see
Tingling
it. By Tingling?
DJ Trex. That's why we and then no, because here's the thing, because what was it, a couple of years ago during Melfest again, there was another DJ Trex was back, and it was referencing how he had to become a monk because of it was there's lore, there's deep lore.
What the hell?
Deep lore. Like if you went, guys, I'm not crazy. Like I know, I think but I remember that was some drama from that too, because like. Yeah, there was a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that happened that year, traditionally, like not within Eurovision itself, that was just wild. And not even just wild, it's just like stuff that there were lots of concerns from people that didn't get necessarily addressed. It's like, yeah, it was a lot of that. I have two dogs fighting under me. Hold on. Talk about Melina.
So Melina, the shot that Lili is talking about, the shot with like the all white staging. First of all the electricity in Moscow, just like, you know, it's like that was a lot of electricity. Second, I would have liked the white, like full background staging if the dress wasn't white going into off-white, going into beige, going into brown. Like I just didn't like that. It looked like a goose in an upsetting, anxiety-inducing way.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, okay. It was a lot of.
That was not talking about the song. I just talked about what I saw, but yeah.
Her hair is so blonde.
Yeah.
She has that white dress on.
Stark platinum.
And like blonde. Just like the stage is all white. It's just like it's a lot.
No, the whitest thing on that stage were her eyes. Just
coming through. With that being said, talking about the song itself, apart from the staging, it's one of my favorite one of these popper songs we've had at Eurovision, because I feel like it's the one with the most personality to it.
Yes, I agree.
It's like usually, because like my thing is, my biggest issue I have with like La Forza, for example, is it's just like, oh, perfect vocals, perfect thing. There's like nothing about the song other than it's a vocal performance.
Ouch, but you're right.
Like I really like Il Volo. I think that Il Volo, that
has a good ride. That has a
because it has a good, you know, like rise and fall. It's dramatic and it has personality to it.
Yeah.
It's like these Zero Gravity also has personality. I do enjoy it. I think what I'm saying is my least favorite, talking more about my least favorite opera song, but it's one of my favorites because it's just
it started the era of like popera in that sense where popera can be good, you know?
And it's such camp. It is like absolute camp.
It's also like runway-y-ish.
It is.
Like there's a runway-ishness.
It's back when like Sweden used to like still take risks and have fun. And not just be like, hey, let's be super safe today, guys. Yeah. So I appreciate that. And I kind of miss Sweden during this era.
Me too.
I miss her a little bit when she was like this.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie. Welcome.
Good to see ya.
And I just think we have to always, you know, shout out Melina's daughter before we leave this one.
Oh yeah, the one person in all of Sweden.
Hold on, we've got
I
some-
loved seeing I loved seeing everything she had to say when she was getting arrested in Germany. Like that was like she's funny. I don't care. I don't care that she's like just a teenager. Every time she gets arrested, she's hilarious.
Not even that. Andrew Tate and the pizza box.
No, that was sent from the heavens. That was sent from the heavens. And she just laid up on him so hard.
Jamie A. Sweden. Oh, Sweden's flop era. You know what? I miss her. I miss Sweden when she was a little wild.
Well, yeah, because
2008.
she wasn't worried about results. She was like, you know what? I'm throwing on my dress and I'm gonna dance around. That was that girl. She was that
I miss
girl.
Sweden when she was a little drunk and wild.
Me too.
For 18 music fan, what I remember about Sweden 2009 is she stared very intensely at the camera through that song, if I remember correctly. Maybe no, she made eye contact with that camera and did not let go.
Yeah.
It was full on crazy eyes and a huge grin on
The
her
widest
face.
thing on the stage were her
Just like-
eyes.
Just like this. It was the whole time. But
Like
that's
she looked
what-
like she was in the
that's-
middle of a tennis ground the whole time.
That's part of why it's such high camp. Like that's like,
Hey, Georgios.
honestly, between Melina Ernman and like Angelica Agerbosch from Belarus 2005,
Oh my god.
the two of them gave us the most high camp, crazy-eyed performances ever, and I love them both dearly for doing that for us.
But at least there was color contrast in the Belarusian entry.
Yeah. There's also 3 costume changes. Oh, I love that. I love that entry.
Maybe that should be one of the ones we review, because dang, that is also one of my favorite years.
I have self-respect. I can't go back. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's move along to song. What is this? 5, Croatia. I'm sorry. Lepia Ptenya by like Igor Kukrov and Andrea. Oh, this is my
Chills.
first This is my first Balkan ballad ever. Well, not my
Ooh.
first Balkan ballad ever. Like I was aware of Balkan ballads just because I had friends who were from that part of the world.
Mhm.
But like this was like my first Eurovision Balkan ballad, and like this song.
What
is
an
just meant for, like,
intro!
it's just meant for like
Wow.
lounging, like sexy lounging.
Yeah,
It's all it
is.
talks.
It's like I put candles on, pour myself a rosé, and look out into the stars with a tear running down my cheek.
Oh my gosh! Hold on, I'm sorry. What are you doing? I'm like fighting my dog. Sorry.
Parenthood. No, as a matter of time, my cat's about to start screaming any second as well. So
Yeah.
love that.
You know. Anyways, it's just so good. All you need for staging sometime is a wind machine and some supermodels like sway
Mhm.
behind you. But like the song is gorgeous. It's like that
Yeah.
guitar, and like you get the little hints of like the accordion peeking through.
Mhm. You
It's
need
just-
zero staging for this. Just close your eyes, actually. Like
And
if you
vibe-
close your eyes, it's so good.
I have no idea what the song is about, but it just has this like intimately gorgeous feeling to it. Oh, and let me tell you, you don't know who Jamie is, but I know who Jamie is. Jamie has like an encyclopedic knowledge of Eurovision lore and brings up an excellent point, which is Croatia only qualifying through the jury wild card is crazy. It is.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Like the
Dang.
jury wild card. How do we feel about bringing that back?
In what in what way?
You know how like this year was 100% televote?
Hmm.
What if like we had mostly televote and then jury wild card pick a song to qualify?
So would that make potentially 7 songs like in no, that's not how that
9.
would work.
Like do like 9 songs that are the televote picks and 1 song that's jury wild card.
Okay. In each semi, so 1 song that's jury wild card, 10 televote picks.
No. 9 televote, 9 in each semi televote
9
picks.
In each semi,
1
televote
song
picks.
jury.
1 song jury. Okay. So
Because the jury saved this one.
Mhm.
Like
yeah,
I
and if we
don't-
didn't have it, then that would have been the worst.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna check to see what the jury would have gone through for us to talk about the song.
I'm gonna see
While I
some
look for
comments.
this.
Lorindy, love to see you back. It's fine that you're late. We are just on song number 5 right now. Lijepa Tena from Croatia. Georgios is saying, I'll pass on the jury wild card. The 10th of the televote should move on. I think I'm inclined to agree with that, but I also like the idea of a jury televote. Or jury
The
wild card.
televote would have put through Sipila by Serbia. I'll take Croatia over that one.
Yeah.
The jury was right.
I do not like that song at all. Like, that song is another one that just kind of makes me upset when I hear it. So
it makes me feel nauseous.
I could understand
why.
It's
about the song. It just makes me feel
no,
sick.
it's because you know what it sounds like, being on a teacup ride. It does it not? So sorry. It sounds like, I don't know if anyone watching the stream knows, but like about the rides at amusement parks where you're like sitting in a big teacup, like they have those at Disneyland and other parks, and you just like spin the thing and it spins around really fast and you just get disoriented. That's what Serbia's song feels like. Heart emoji, skip it, Croatia, baby.
Yeah, I will take Croatia over this one. Mm-hmm. Over that one, I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's just beautifully written. Again, the instrumentation is like perfectly there. Like I said, that guitar is like so romantic. Exactly. It just instantly transports you somewhere else.
Yeah. And
it has like a whole like evening vibe. It's a great song. I'm so happy it was my first Eurovision Balkan ballot.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good way to describe it. It's very evening. Like the sun is just setting and it just captures that. Wow.
It's a classy evening out.
It is. It's a very classy evening out.
And I say this is more, the sun has just set.
Uh-huh. And it's summertime. Exactly. It has to be summer. Yeah.
No, another song that's more like it's summertime and the sun is setting. For me, that's gonna be Portugal.
For me, the sun is rising, or it's noon.
Okay, so you can. I get like the end of a warm summer day.
I mean,
like a warm, sunny summer day. The sun is just about to go down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I get from Portugal. Oh gosh.
I get like shopping in the market square kind of vibe.
I mean, yeah, I guess. Todas as ruas do amor by Flor de Lis.
Mm-hmm.
So good. It's honestly one of my Portuguese entries that I feel like a lot of people kind of overlook.
Yeah, I agree. Because Portugal doesn't do this at all, ever. Like, they don't just go, like, I mean, they can do melodic. They do melodic very well. But when melodic is just kind of like more upbeat and simple and kind of something that everyone can sing along to in kind of a pop direction, they like, you don't see them do that often. But I think it's just a bright summer day. Like, I see the sun rising. We're going to the market because we're going to go to the beach later, kind of a deal.
I think for me, end of the day, while you were at the beach most of the day.
But okay, at least we agree that the beach happened during the day.
Yeah,
we can both contest to that.
But yeah, no, I think it's just so, and like the colors are so bright, and I think the word I would describe it for the most is just sweet.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this absolute sweetness to it that's very enjoyable.
Well, also the staging looks like a lollipop. The staging looks like sugar candy.
Yeah,
so it might be like a subliminal message because I get like a sweet taste in my mouth every time I see it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I love it. Like, it's the only song that's doing that this year.
And it has that like Portuguese guitar to it, which when I hear that Portuguese guitar, I already know I'm all down for it. It's got
the happiest ukulele player ever.
It has like a nice little beat to it. It's like you can kind of move and sway your hips to it at the same time with the drumming. Mm-hmm. It's just really enjoyable. I am sorry about these dogs.
No, I agree. And it's the kind of song that would be able to kind of pick up your mood at any time. Like, I've listened to that song because I was sad a couple times, and it does work. And I love the fact that it's not too vocally demanding. It's not trying to be too much of a big showcase of things. It's just really, really nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Uh-huh. It's nice and it's sweet. It's like I don't want to go, oh, it's robbed, what did it place? It came 15th, which for Portugal is pretty good. Um, Portugal prior to the reboot, and a great placing for them. Let's be honest.
Oh, they were on the struggle
And-
bus for a long time.
But it feels like 15th is perfect, like a perfect placing for this song.
For this song in this year, yeah.
I can't imagine it going anywhere else. But yeah, it's again really enjoyable.
Mhm.
Again, we're going on to, let's go to the next one then. Iceland,
Yes.
Johanna. Is it true?
Yes, Shania Twain eyebrows. Let's go.
Shania Twain eyebrows. Okay.
I mean, she looks amazing.
I thought that when I was watching, I was like, oh, her makeup is so nice.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like
It's the best makeup out of everybody.
I hate that dress. I want to burn that dress, but her makeup looks good.
The dress is it's kind of like Disney princess movie remake kind of dress.
In a bad way, yeah.
In a bad way, in a budget way.
I hate that dress so much. I think the guy on the cello, he's dressed well. He's probably the best dressed person.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. Like I don't like it enough for it to be second, but it's also one of those ones I wouldn't be angry if I would have won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I do see it in my top 10. It's a good song. She performs it very, very well. The staging works nicely, and you can hear every instrument when it has its time. I really, really enjoy that. But this was a year about impact, you know?
Yeah.
Even songs like France, when impact wasn't like the super driving force, was so distinct that was its impact. Portugal, I would argue that its impact was also in its distinctness. This song feels kind of just like a Eurovision ballad, you know? And I love this song. I really do.
It's like a safety Eurovision ballad. Also, it was a year ending in 9. It's gonna come second for Iceland.
Oh no, that is really sad. Hey, 2029.
Am I wrong?
I mean, no, Selma. Oh, girl.
I know.
She should have won. She should have won. She should have won.
We'll talk about someone else who should have won later on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I do enjoy this one. I think it's pleasant. I just the dolphin jumping in the background. When I see that, it always makes me laugh, and like it brings me out of the song. It's just like, okay, this is like a nice sky like thing. And
Yeah,
then,
you're seeing like the clouds and the wind, and just a dolphin. Imagine if someone had dolphin phobia in the audience and they just caught a stray.
Okay, it just made me think of like being a little girl in the 90s, like little girls in the 90s, we had dolphins.
Yeah, I come to reckon that was a big thing, like dolphins for little girls. And then like, yeah,
my dad
Nickelodeon later, that was my generation. Your dad was what?
My dad loved dolphins.
Oh, I thought you said my dad was something, and I was like, that was a short statement.
He was really into dolphins. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh. I mean, he can probably speak dolphin better than I can, so.
I mean, maybe. Going to dolphin shows?
Oh my god, dolphin shows.
Yeah.
I don't even think like that would have been a thing out in Europe. I feel like it's like a distinctly American thing, how we just put wildlife on display like that. Yeah, did you have dolphin shows out there?
Like we go to the aquarium and there's dolphin shows at the aquarium.
We go to like Discovery Kingdom where there's like
I don't know what that is.
The point is there's nonprofits at their door trying to take them down because of the fact that there's just animals in captivity there. And that's about like 20 miles that way from me as the crow flies. But anyway, back on top.
Oh my gosh, Lorendi.
She got a great performance, but I was never a fan of her staging and dress. Exactly.
Burn the dress.
Exactly.
Burn the dress.
Definitely more on the dress because
burn it.
It was just messy tulle. Is that what I saw? It was
like I was in fashion design classes in 2009. It was like something one of the girls I was in design class with would like design and go, isn't this edgy?
Worn for what event? Like what was the intentional event?
Babe, I don't know what people were doing in class.
A cotillion, like.
Like, we had to design dresses. Like, we had to do a final collection design stuff. And, like, in fact, that's what I was doing when I first found out about Eurovision.
Oh.
I was in that class. We'll talk about it later. I was in that class. And yeah.
When you encountered that dress.
Oh, that dress is awful. No, I encountered that dress after school. Thank you, Lorendia is saying it right there. It's edgy, basic, and outdated. It's like remember like when girls were wearing Converse with like their prom dresses? You're probably too young for this. I don't know.
No, that came back again in like the 2010s-ish when I was like in middle school going to high school. So yeah.
It's like it was like when I was in middle school going into high school.
Mhm.
And at the beginning of my high school era, that's what people were doing. It's very like Disney Channel red carpet, 2009 Ashley Tisdale.
Dusty Bangs.
But like
Piano clutch.
But, like they were like, oh, you have to wear evening wear to this one. It's not like the ones where people were wearing like gauchos with tube tops and just like Converse sneakers. Like,
is it a shirt? Is it a dress? It doesn't matter. I'm wearing jeans.
It's awful, whatever it is. It's like, oh, I have to make like I'm a Disney Channel star going to the Oscars, and it's 2004. I hate that dress. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about a man with a shirt that was too small. Grease.
It wasn't
this
too.
Is our night by
it wasn't too small. He just didn't button it up all the way.
It was not long enough. It was a lot of belly button.
It was right here.
Like, can we get this man a shirt that fits?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in my head,
his veneers were bigger than the shirt.
It's just a man with veneers smiling. There's a baby crying. I'm sorry.
To the top, baby. Oh. I thought that baby was crying on my side. No, it was your side.
Sorry, baby was crying.
So, Sakis Ruvas, lift the tombstone, Grease. Anyways.
You mean the giant stapler he was running on?
Oh my god, it was a stapler, wasn't it?
I see it as a stapler. This song is corporate
stapler.
fun. This is like the song they play when they've got to pump you up for your sales quota to be reached for the quarter. I love it though. It's just like it starts out at like 10 and goes to like 11. It doesn't let up.
No, as soon as you see him, he's just throwing his entire body all around, glaring at the camera. Like Milena Ernman's school of glaring at the camera.
It's too much. Georgios Papadopoulos. How dare you?
There, like, other than the riser, there wasn't that much staging. It was his dancers.
It was a lot of teeth.
A lot of
shirt
teeth.
That was too small.
a lot of teeth in a shirt that was too small, and a flag on the stage.
Georgios, you're gonna get in trouble saying that.
Sakis is cute, but the song is just okay.
I don't think he's cute.
I would argue that I don't think he's cute either, but the song is just okay. Yeah, you're right.
It's enjoyable. I like it when it comes on still. It kind of like makes you get pumped up. JB, everything about this gives me fitness instructor 100%.
Well,
this
yeah,
is aerobics class.
He's to be frank, he is a Greek celebrity. They just tend to look great. Always.
Like, just too good.
Just too good. And I'm including the veneers in that, too, because there's some nice veneers. They're huge. Veneers. They're massive, but nice.
He got his money's worth.
He did. Well, I mean, he is and was, especially at the time, one of the biggest pop stars in Greece.
Yeah, and that's the thing I appreciate too. Like,
there were big stars. There were big stars at Eurovision. Patricia Kaas, Svetlana Loboda, Sakis. Like, everyone was able to come together and just all that nice stuff.
Call on Me deserves better. What's
Call on Me? Was that in like the national selection for Did Sakis win against this in the national selection for Greece?
The only national final I've watched from 2009 was Melfest, and that Georgian one.
I need to watch all of them. I need to honestly go back and just rewatch all the NS from 2009 that I can get access to, because I need to see all the build up to just this 3 hours and 13 minutes that we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, no. That's a project for the summer. It's okay. It came 7th. I feel like 7th is about, oh my gosh, I'm sorry about these dogs.
I feel like 7th works, especially because,
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, occasionally in Eurovision, you have one song where it's just like the appeal isn't strongly for one population, but like it's wide enough to like enchant a little bit out of everybody. And someone voted for it because tiny shirt.
No, honestly, I feel like Europe just looks a good looking man showing off his arms. We've had this theory.
Mm-hmm.
We've
And
processed
throwing
this theory.
them everywhere, throwing them in every shot.
And he doesn't stop dancing the whole time.
Woo, I want what kind of caffeine he's on. Do I? Though?
Maybe he borrowed some stuff. I'm not gonna go into my deep.
No, yeah. Eurovision has had this discussion before.
Does this feel like it was trying to be Dima Bilan but upbeat?
Yeah. Yeah,
This was also like this was also like Greece's party boy, party girl era.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just like we're
kind
here
of like
for
in the
a
dead
party.
smack in the middle of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and like I kind of missed that era from Greece too.
Mm-hmm.
Like consistently, you knew you're gonna get something upbeat, fun.
Yeah, and this is just dance pop. This is Euro dance pop to a T.
And like I kind of also like the fact that they've changed it up. And like recently they're in the more artistic, introspective era.
This is love.
Yeah. And that's true from Georgios Papadopoulos. His 2005 song.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, he's one of our returnees.
If you come back, Sakis, do a ballad.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go on to the next song. Everybody move your body. We are jumping Norpa.
Okay, so we are once again hitting a roadblock. This was another song, which was my winner.
Yes.
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 Yes. Keep going. Yes.
This song, it is, first of all, one of the greatest Armenian songs in the history of Eurovision. Second, it's one of the danciest, most fun songs. It's not trying to be anything other than itself. It's totally random at times. The staging is wild. The performance is killer. This is one of the best Eurovision performances ever. I don't know what to say about it. It just truly is. This is the core of Eurovision.
Oh my gosh. Oh, spectacular. Like, so much fun. The song pops off. And it's got that like, girl power, empowerment energy, which I love to see, you know? Mm-hmm. Costumes, gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Like, the vocals hit for me. The laser pointers feel a little
at
off,
the bridge,
but like, I can use more.
How it just went like, because back in 2009, lasers were like techno, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And like the bridge, yes. Every second of this song is fantastic.
And it's so hard to perform. Like this song is a belt the entire time, or you're just not breathing.
It's so good. And like it feels thoroughly modern, but like, there's the touch of like traditionality to it. Mm-hmm. And like everything about this performance is like the best.
Yeah. I don't know why it did so much worse than Saru's show, you know?
What did this place? This place 10th.
Yeah, and Saru's show got 4th. But Kele Kele was, I don't like so much. Kele. I feel like it was so similar to so many of the other songs that year. Didn't make enough sense for it to get 4th to me. Whereas Can, I would have been fine with it winning.
Yeah.
Just period.
Yeah.
That is a winning song.
It also is like to me more dynamic than Kele Kele.
It is. It's definitely more dynamic. It's more correct for the stage. I mean, Kele Kele had more of a choreography moment going on, but the song, it just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, no.
It's nowhere near the same, actually. I mean, Armenia had its K-pop era. I do want to say this was Armenia's like K-pop era.
Like girly pops. like that
Yeah,
sort of a thing. I mean,
at least from my perspective of K-pop, from when I used to listen to it.
I mean, I prefer this one over Kille, mostly because
Yeah.
like I connect with this one more. And
Mhm.
again, it's one of those songs that like just everything about it checks off the box of yes for me.
Mhm.
And it's something I want to see and I can't really see anywhere else. Whereas like, yeah.
It's funny. This is also one of Måns Zelmerlöw's favorite Eurovision songs, as we know.
Yeah. I enjoy this one. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Just the way you denied the fact that it's also one of Måns Zelmerlöw's songs.
It's one of his favorite
let
songs.
That go over your head.
I know it's one of his favorite songs. It's better than what he sent to Eurovision.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it is. Wow, a lot of love for Kelle in the comments, though, I'm seeing.
I'm in the minority, I guess.
It's a respectable entry. It's a good entry.
What's a trivia fact about Kelle? I have one.
What is it?
It's the song that Nikki Tutorials used in her first YouTube video.
What? Oh, that is so cool. I did not know that.
Yep, if you watch her very first video, ancient lore video.
Back when like she was at her parents' place?
Yeah.
And like, it's like all dark
like a baby. Oh. A baby.
Oh my
with like
gosh.
bad angles. It's like, it's adorable. Sorry.
George is saying, you're going to hate me. Sweden 15 was my winner. Hero. Oh. No, we don't hate you for that. We don't hate you for that.
I don't hate you. I just think you're wrong.
Yeah, because
that's okay.
I can name maybe like 5 other songs where it's just like, yeah, that instead. And one of them includes a problematic person who got second place.
I mean, hey, it happens.
It happens. Like 3 minutes or 3 minutes, y'all.
Speaking of problematic people, let's talk about Russia.
Oh wow. Yeah, Russia, who was like, I'm gonna divide the 2 conflict states by being not problematic myself. But you know what? Anyways. So Mamo.
Okay. So yeah. Speaking of problematic people, yeah, this one, I like this. I'm so conflicted because like, I enjoy this song.
I love this song. This was also my winner at one point. It was also my winner. It also like, held that trophy.
A trash person. Yeah, no, like I would agree. This is also one of those ones I had at one point as a winner. Yeah. I just find it to be so like interesting. And like the choices that were made for staging where it's like her face aging and like it kind of has like low-key horror movie. It's so good.
It's so artistic.
And it's also wild to me like this represented Russia.
Yeah.
It's like we have a song in Russian and Ukrainian. She's Ukrainian. Like, I mean, it was less wild at the time, but it's more wild, you know what I mean, now looking back.
Yeah.
And I think she competed at the national final to try to represent it. There's a lot of wild stuff that happened in 2009 national final stuff. But yeah, I do enjoy the song. And like for me, it's like it's like when music 418 Music Fan says, I loved Mamo. At the time, it was refreshing to see Russia not desperately try to win like every other year.
Yeah, this was really personal. It was personal.
Yeah, no. No, Georgios, she's just violently racist. That's the best way I can put it. She has a whole long rant you can find of her online being racist. To
what was it again? Black people and Asian people?
Yep.
Huh. So watching this stream, she would not be so happy.
There's a not pleasant video of that. Like, I don't have to say other than that.
That could be something I research later as well.
I do not know her feelings on Putin. But yeah, no.
We don't want to put in.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, she's such a trash person. It just like dampers the fact that I love this song. Mm-hmm. It's one of those ones you have to go, okay, we have to separate the art from the artist in this case because I can't make myself not enjoy the song.
It is so artful. And I mean, like, toward the end when she's just kind of like ejecting the song out, and it's just like true emotion that you see.
Yeah.
That is it. Like that is so impactful to me. And yeah, I'm really happy that this was Russia's song, but putting it between the two countries that it's between, I think is super interesting.
I mean,
super duper
again,
interesting.
I mean, you have to separate those two. They have to be separated
by the host. Literally the host of the party is saying, I'm gonna hold you in one arm and you in the other arm.
I mean, to be fair, geopolitically speaking, that is what has been happening since the end of the Soviet Union.
There's just metaphors everywhere we look.
There are so many metaphors. Yeah. Up next, Azerbaijan, Aysel and Arash, Always.
This was another winner. Come on.
Winner at my time. Winner of mine at the time. Always best entry they've ever said.
For me, it's up there with Skeletons and When the Music Dies. But yes, it is within that tier. And you know what, you guys? It's okay that they got that song from Sweden. It's okay.
Yeah, no.
It's fine.
Every time I hear it, it just puts me in a good mood when I hear it. It comes, I'm like, yeah.
Like when you hear that like Turkish lute at the beginning, like you already know. It's just like, put everything down. Everyone shut up right now, you know? It's like, it's my time.
It's the background ass up of Eurovision.
It is. No, it really is. As soon as you hear that lute, it's just like, everyone shh. And then you're about to have the best 3 minutes of your month, baby. that song is just okay. So if Portugal was pure sugar, this is spice the whole way through. Hot.
It's so good. It's so like everything. I have nothing but positive things to say about this one.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just, I hear that like opening riff. I'm like, okay, get away from me.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this now. Like this is literally the best song they've ever said. I used to joke around that the only reason that they won in 2011 is because they finally finished counting all the votes that came in for their 2009 entry. That's my personal conspiracy theory.
And they just cashed it in.
They're like, okay, so we finally finished counting all the votes. Looks like Azerbaijan. It took us a while to count your votes, but here you go. Like, it's like,
do you want them now?
Like, you know, when someone gets a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Oscars, or like when there's a shitty movie that comes out, and like, not a shitty movie, like when Leonardo DiCaprio got his Oscar, they were like, I guess we'll just give this to you at this point. It's not the one you deserve it for, but hey, here you go.
Yeah.
And we can't let Italy win because we're mad at them still. So like, here you go, Azerbaijan, with this song no one likes.
I liked it. I liked it for a good many years, actually. I liked it, I want to say, until 2019. So like 5 years in my Eurovision fan history, I was like, come me. But yeah, past that point now. Actually, we're not at that point yet, because Always, like, they haven't gotten to that point yet. This is still while the votes are being counted.
Okay, so we're seeing a lot of love for it. 418 Music Fan, yes, could have won. Arash was so weirdly popular in Serbia and the neighboring countries at this time, even outside Eurovision. Okay.
Period.
Georgios Papadopoulos. So Azerbaijan and Turkey are my shared first place in 2009. Okay.
Facts.
Again, saying no agreed. Azerbaijan 2009 was by far the best. This should have won for Azerbaijan, Not Running Scared.
Everyone agrees.
Very popular here. But we have one Debbie Downer. Jamie says, I didn't like it.
Hey, I mean, valid but wrong.
Valid but wrong. Jamie
also, like, I do want to also draw attention to the bridge too. Like when the camera pans away, like just toward the dancers, and it's just that lute. When it's just the lute, and you just see the dancers just kind of like flailing about, and it's like, where's Aysel and Arash? I don't know. I don't care. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm shaking ass. Like that's the kind of mood that the song puts you in, and you know a Eurovision song is good when you can comfortably look away from the screen and just be dancing to it the entire time.
Yeah, no, 2009 was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Augusto. Hey, Augusto.
Hey, Gus.
Yeah, no, agreed. Azerbaijan 2009 was a whole bop. Agreed.
It
100%.
should have been a contender for the win past the two that were ahead of it, I think.
What did it place third?
It did.
Oh yeah, no. This is one of those ones I could say it's in my list of songs I would have been okay with having win.
Mm-hmm.
But
I like how countries that have like issues with other countries are just like coming with their teeth out this year, you know?
I mean, for real.
And everyone is wanting to win.
Randy said I wanted to see La Cleopatra to be second best Azeri entry, but COVID. I mean, I have my thoughts about Cleopatra. But hey, fun fact, me and Effendi literally have the same birthday.
Oh, wow.
Same month, day, and year.
Wow, like down to the T.
So she's a lot older than I thought she was.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did not know that. I don't share a birthday with anybody in Eurovision.
So, Georgios Papadopoulos, people even in Armenia gave Azerbaijan 1 point in 2009, like, OMG. You know what? And here's the thing. The Azeri police questioned people who voted for Armenia that year.
But I mean, like, I could just imagine everyone in the Caucasus just watching, and they're like, you know what? That was actually good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, despite everything, that was good. Like,
Yeah.
that was a pop. Like, I could see how like one person might have said that to another person on the other side of the border. Like,
Yeah.
good job.
And I mean, like, they both brought bangers, as far as I'm concerned. They both are on my list of songs that should have won.
Yes.
Like, I would be okay with having won.
Either one, truly. Like, either of those would have been an excellent winner.
So let's move along to the next one, which is Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Ah, yes.
Bistra Voda by Regina. That's another one. I hear the opening notes for it. I'm like, give me my 3 minutes.
Quiet.
Give me my 3 minutes. I need my 3 minutes.
I'm shutting
right
the
now.
blinds.
It's so good. I mean, to me, it's a little weird. Like, the styling is very Les Mis.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, yeah, it is.
The fact that there's, like, marching drum. When I was listening to it earlier, I was like, why does this low-key sound like something we play in band?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the aesthetic was kind of giving me, like, Nutcracker a little bit.
Well, there's a lot of, like, bassy horns in it. Like, there you could hear that tuba cutting right on through. I'm like, okay, you know, you don't really notice a tuba in a lot of songs. I think this is gorgeous. It's so good. It's not the best Balkan ballad ever, but it's one of my favorite Balkan ballads.
It's a very stable
to go back
one.
To.
Very respectable. Very good.
And it's like got this like quiet intensity to it.
There's almost like a sea shanty-ness about it as well.
I guess.
I don't know what it is that makes me hear pirate and so many things, but this is another song that it just kind of gives me a pirate-ness.
What was your favorite Latvian entry? Wolves of the Sea?
No, my favorite Latvian entry is Es Amoeba.
Oh. Woo! We're not talking about that. I'm gonna get angry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mad.
We can do a rewatch of that Supernova some year.
No, we can't.
No, as a matter of fact, I don't.
I will be violent.
Yeah, I will probably have to be let go from this team if we watch this year.
Yeah, no, agreed. Yeah, no, I really do love Bistra Voda. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it besides it's beautiful.
Yeah. It hits all the for me. It hits all the yeses. Like it's every yes mark.
It's another one that goes like hits yes.
More I don't yeses. Skip it ever.
Never ever.
In a way, on its own, it is perfect, even though it's not that competitive in this context.
To be fair, of this year, I only skip one song, and we haven't even gotten to it yet.
Ooh, interesting.
But like out of this, like in this final, I will just listen to the playlist straight because it just all works. Yeah, no.
It's so pretty. Like it's so pretty.
Gorgeous.
Bosnia and Herzegovina, come back now. We
I
need
have
you.
my note.
We're left without you.
My note says crazy billionaire money. Like if I became a crazy billionaire, I would just fund them every year from now on.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, they should have
I may become
qualified
a
in
billionaire.
16. They should have qualified in 16.
This is why we should all manifest me having a insanely rich sugar daddy. I would just give Bosnia and Herzegovina money.
I'll start manifesting that too. Damn.
Like, hey,
if it means we get them back in the they have so many artists. Like, come on, they cannot be snubbed for this long anymore.
I mean, and I do love like Bosnian music was my introduction to like Balkan music.
Mm-hmm.
For real. Shout out to my friend's mom. And yeah. Yeah. So then we went to a commercial break where they made Russian people sing Kalinka. I only bring it up because I do enjoy that song. I like Russian
Kalinka Maya.
I really enjoy Russian
and it was just like Russian street people.
God,
it was just people that they stopped on the street. It's like, sing Kalinka.
I can get my sister to do it. Watch.
See, I be saying Kalinka Kalinka in this building, and I know that I'm the only one like within at least a 500-mile radius who knows all the words to that song like I do.
Sorry, I don't know if you picked that up. I yelled at my sister to sing it. It probably didn't pick her up.
It did not pick her up.
I can make her. That's like one of our fun little tricks she'll do.
Well, when I was like a big Russia stan in like 5th grade, and I got super into like it was quite a dark time. I was also a big like South Africa stan and like a Brazil stan at the same time.
What? What was wrong with you?
I made like a paper pyramid that was just a testament to Russia, to Imperial Russia at one point. I don't know what was going through my head, but Kalinka was one of the songs that got me really riled up when I was like 10 years old.
I never. The one that like.
You guys, I don't have a reasonable explanation. I don't. Like, I have no way of justifying that. I have no way of knowing why I had such a desire. Not my bricks. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
What the? Literally.
I mean, I guess it has
Brazil,
to happen.
Russia, South Africa. Did you ever like
India? Is that I?
I don't know what I think that
because if India is I, then also yes.
I think I is Israel, if I'm right.
Oh,
and C is China,
okay.
Right? Or am I crazy?
I don't remember which one C is.
I can't remember what BRIC stands for.
But I'm pretty sure Israel was never on my radar.
Your BRICS there.
But
yeah, because like
majority of those letters, yeah. Like I was a BRICS child, which is sad. Why did I just say that?
It is India and China. Okay, it is India and China. I'm sorry. I think the reason I thought Israel is because at one point like nuclear weapons testing, South Africa and Israel did their nuclear weapons testing together.
I mean, I dabbled in China a little bit, but like I want to say if I could rank those countries for how like severe it was, Russia was on top. Russia was on top. Like that was like masterclass right there. And then it was Brazil, then South Africa, then India, then China, I think would be the last one. Yeah.
I've ranked the cuisines of those places.
India and China are fighting for spots, and I'm not. Yeah.
Let the girls fight.
I know that sounded so Asian supremacy, but you know what? Step up harder. I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry.
You described it so oh my gosh, why? Don't drag me like this. This is a Eurovision 2009 rewatch stream. This isn't Jordan's Was a Brick's Child stream.
The lore deepens. Oh my gosh.
No, yeah. I made a paper pyramid in testament to like the Russian government and culture when I was 10 years old. I don't know. I don't know why I did
that. I was obsessed with that much. I don't even think. Okay, so back. I'm trying to think. Did I ever have a place I had a fascination with?
I go through periods of that, like typically throughout my life. Like my most recent one was Pakistan because I mean, like I'm writing a book like about someone from there. So, but yeah, other than that,
I am
before that, like yeah, I was just totally like
your bricks there.
You know what's really scary? I can recite the first couple lines of the Russian national anthem. Is that
how obsessed with you were?
Like I was completely obsessed. And where did this come from? I don't know why. So really quick aside, and then let's go back to the topic. But basically, there's this Russian show called Star Factory that took place. It was almost like a national final for Eurovision.
Yeah, they used it.
Yeah. And Dima Koldun, he was from there. But the season he won was the season of my favorite Russian singer of all time, Sogdiana. And as a result, I just watched Russian music reality TV. But somehow that led into me loving Russia politically. And I don't have any further explanation for that. I loved Fabrika Zvezd because that was just like a fun music TV show at the time. I mean, incredibly gender binary, like, whoa, you'd be surprised, and quite racist at times as well. But I was
the propaganda was working.
I was the propaganda. I was the propaganda.
You know how people say you could waterboard this information out of me, and it's like something like, "Oh, I like eat pickles dipped in peanut butter." You couldn't waterboard that information out of me. I don't know. I thought I had no shame, but apparently I did.
And it's just like when you have a father who grew up in like Reagan, USA, and all
it was an act of rebellion. It's all making sense.
But my dad is the parent that I'm closer to. My dad is the one who like I have a closer relationship to. So that didn't make any sense to me. Also, my other family past that point is like American military type. So they feel a very specific way against what we're talking about.
Okay, you know what? I'm fascinated.
I might have been projecting.
It sounds like it was an act of childhood rebellion.
It very well could have been.
My enjoyment of Kalinka and other Russian folk songs solely comes from the fact that my sister, like, my relatives are from kind of like theirs, like the folk songs are like melodies I grew up hearing.
That's nice.
And like,
that's really nice.
I also like when it comes to like Russian classical, it's Tchaikovsky, baby. When your dad loves ballet, you love Tchaikovsky.
Yeah, but like Tchaikovsky doesn't lend so easily into becoming Russian propaganda. I was watching Russian TV as a child.
I'm done. We're moving on. I can't do this anymore. We went off on a tangent.
Last thing. No, Georgios, I was not watching RT at 10 years old. I was between 14 and 17.
I've never watched art. I'm not gonna even touch that.
Next song.
Okay, after our break, we went into Moldova, bringing us one of their best entries ever.
Again, a bop for the ages.
It's hard to say best entries ever because, like, I swear Moldova brings it every year.
And it's always something so different too. So
yeah,
it's hard to tell for them.
This was Horror and Did Moldova, an absolute banger.
Yep.
I hear it. It gets me pumped.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that we have it in like Romanian and English, and like you've got your little bit of folkness to it. You've got the costumes. You've got like the other part is like it's horror. So like, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a pretty common like word for dance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also like a common dance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's one of those
It's like
regional ones.
it's like
Yeah.
known to be a Slavic dance or Eastern European type dance that's typically
But I
done in
mean,
a
like, I think the
circle.
Greeks do it too.
Yeah,
And like,
they
I
also
know
do
it's
it.
like, and it's an Ashkenazi tradition as well.
Mm.
So it's one of those things that's like, you can like, it's smart. Like, it's one of those things that like, basically you can pick it up. Yeah, like 418 Music Fan says Balkans. Like that whole region.
Mm-hmm.
But like, oh gosh, it's so good. It's so catchy. It just puts a smile on my face when I hear it.
It does. You know what it sounds like to me?
What?
Have you ever? Okay, so you know those movies where there would be just kind of like a high speed chase down European roads. It kind of sounds like a high speed chase down like the roads in like Chisinau or something, where there's just like a really fast car driving recklessly. People are panicking. There's like stuff flying everywhere. It sounds like chaos, and I love it.
So
I
this is like,
adore this song.
so this is one of those ones that you'd put in like your chaotic Moldovan action adventure moment.
Or I mean, like if I'm like indoor skydiving or something. I don't know.
In an action movie? Or just
Or
in
I mean,
life?
like, oh no, in an action movie, yes, I would
Okay.
put it in an action movie. But in my life, I would probably do it for like indoor skydiving. I don't know. I've only done that once in my life, and that was like 10 years ago.
All right.
All right. Not my favorite ESC song with Hora in its title. And which one would that be?
Probably Hora. I know Jamie. Jamie, I'm guessing it's Hora. Right? Or am I crazy?
Hora's a good one too. Hora's another one that should have won, I think.
Hora's a banger.
Mm-hmm.
No, like honestly, it's so much fun. And like the LEDs are kind of cheesy, but like I also hear it. It's one of those ones like that's like always when I hear it, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's get there. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And in defense of the LEDs, people were just figuring out how to make LEDs like aesthetically pleasing back then because they were just wallpapers. Like for a while, it was just wallpaper energy, including these LEDs, because they haven't figured out how to like use it to focus in to make like a stage show which I hate to say distinctly this, but Sergei Lazarev, the front of using stage and LED to kind of paint a second by second picture or like a kind of almost cinematography with the screens. No, actually, before Sergei Lazarev, Mons. I do have to give Mons more of a credit because he was the winner prior to that.
Those were both projectors.
Those were, oh no, wait, yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Shoot. Well, my point is null. Dang.
Sorry. I don't know
honestly,
what to
say. thank you for catching that. Otherwise, that would have been really like poor misinformation.
Okay.
Anyways, Hora de Moldova, it hits
Banger.
every time, and this is another classic in 2009 that is evergreen. You know.
Yes. Like you can put that one on. It's gonna fill the dance floor. I don't know. I've never been to Euro Club. It feels like it would be like a song that would go off really hard there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like if I was having a wedding, I'd put this on the playlist along with like Cha Cha Slide, and like people would be like, "What is happening?"
No, like, remix it with Cha Cha Slide because Cha Cha Slide is what gets people on the floor. Okay, so yeah, out here in the States, you guys, Cha Cha Slide is just one of those songs, along with Cupid Shuffle, that gets people of every
Cupid
crowd.
Shuffle.
You've never heard of Cupid Shuffle? It's the other Cha Cha Slide.
I'm gonna do some research.
To the left. You've never. Do your research. We will talk about this later because I cannot believe you've never heard of the Cupid Shuffle and you grew up in the States. That's insane. But basically, Cha Cha Slide, you guys, is a song that it's a very simple kind of like step forward, step back kind of song that everyone at the venue of whatever event is happening joins the dance floor to do. Hora de Moldova should be remixed with that so people can get some culture. That was the point I was trying to make. But yes, the Cupid Shuffle.
Okay.
I've danced that so many times at weddings.
Okay. Sorry. Let's go on to the next one, which is Robbed Queen Kiera. Representing Malta for the third time with What If We?
Okay.
I'm not saying she was robbed this year. I'm saying in previous years, she should have won.
Angel.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous song.
That was her most like, I want to almost say Celine Dion-esque. Like Celine after winning Eurovision type song.
I mean, here's my thing with this one. This is going to sound kind of shady, but I don't care. Because I mean it as a compliment.
Mhm.
This song sounds like it would be like the ending song in the bomb-ass straight to VHS 90s kid movie.
I know exactly the feeling
It's
you're
giving
painting.
me
Yeah.
never-ending story energy. Well, that's more the 80s, but you know what I mean? Like, it's got that, like, instantly nostalgic feeling to it. Yeah, it's 2009. Why are we singing this song?
Mhm.
But I don't care because, like, I'm here for it.
To me, it's like the first couple seconds when it's like dun 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 dun, and you hear like the instruments coming in. It gives me National Geographic Special. As a matter of fact, the whole song gives me National Geographic Special. I subconsciously refer to this as the National Geographic song of Eurovision because it sounds like it would be on any one of like the like Lake Air special or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like it would just fit with painting nature cinema, but as a song, it's good. It's good. As a song, I like it.
Yeah,
It's not my favorite Kiara song. It's not my favorite song of hers. But
so
it's
your
very,
favorite is
very
Angel,
good.
right?
My favorite would be Angel, yes.
Yeah, no, my favorite is the one that I love.
That one's also really, really good.
And
It's
she
also
would have
so
won
good.
if they knew how to dress her. I will stand by that statement.
Oh, she looked fine as a mob boss.
She looked like she was wearing one of my mom's sad outfits from 1993 when she was pregnant with my sister and working at Hex.
No! Don't drag Kiara like that.
That dress was disgusting.
It was bad. It was really bad.
It was so bad. Imagine if they knew how to dress Kiara. Maybe she would have won.
I mean, that's sad, but she does have one of the clearest voices out of everybody. Imagine being Kiara and every single time not let anyone down.
Exactly. Never lets anyone down.
Kiara has one of the greatest voices of the year. Like, oh, let me say this actually. This is what I did want to say. I made a note about this. This song, I would not feel so strongly about this being a good song if she weren't the singer. If she were not the singer, I would hate this song. I would hate this song.
I think I feel the same way. I think I feel the same way too. But like, I don't know, because like for me, it just instantly makes me think of like your teacher has a hangover. You're in elementary school and they've brought out the TV, they've rolled the TV set into the classroom. And we're watching a laser disc. We're not watching a VHS. We're watching a laser disc. It gives me that mood instantly. And I mean that as the biggest compliment.
See, my public school never went that far. It was never a rollout TV with a laser disc. You know what did go that far, though, was my catechism.
Okay, well, I have one of my best friends is a teacher, as a public school teacher.
So. We're not getting into more Jordan lore. Anyways, yes, it does have that.
Don't worry, Jamie's from Ireland, I think.
Yes.
You'll understand.
Ireland. I'm Irish when I like to be. I don't know what that means. Don't take that seriously. I'm sorry. Anyways, the next.
Estonia, Urban Symphony. With the song Randayad.
And what have we been saying song after song after song in this year?
Hits. I should have won.
Hits. One after the other. Yeah, random draw, sure, one thing. But sometimes the running order was just so right. I lived the laser disc shadow. Anyone remember mini discs?
Yes. They were like small CDs that you could like I know, do you know the size of the game? Did you have a GameCube?
Yeah.
They're like the size of the GameCube discs. But yeah, it was another way of watching movies and things.
Interesting. Okay. I never knew that to hold enough for a movie.
Jamie.
I'm Irish but Filipino when I like to be. Hey, we're both like Catholic island folks. Yeah. There's a lot of similarity there. You'd actually be quite surprised.
Okay. Sorry. Manolo. Estonia was my winner. Estonia is one of those songs I would have been happy if it won.
Yeah, it is.
It's so good. It's just so beautiful and like moody and like it was my introduction to the Estonian language.
Ooh, yeah.
Not my
That.
introduction to Estonian
Mm,
music, but my introduction to the
mm.
Estonian language.
What a gorgeous introduction, honestly. Like it is it's such a beautiful display of the language in the song. And she, like, if you look at her mouth, she's enunciating every letter, so you know like where she is.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference when you could tell the artist truly cares about showing their language.
Yep.
And yeah, it was gorgeous. But that's
And
even just the lyrics.
Jamie points out one of my notes. Estonian girl's also a horrible
Yeah,
person.
Suvita girl is a
This
bad
assertion.
person. Yeah, she's bad.
A lot of crappy people this year.
Uh-huh. Who
Um,
who in retrospect are like, I mean, we can still look fondly on what they gave us. But
Separating the art from the artist.
Mhm.
Nonstop, y'all. What you
and
gotta
honestly, as a Eurovision fan, you're gonna have to do that quite a bit. If anyone is just getting to be a part of the contest, you're gonna like someone, like them for a long time, and realize like, oh wait, you would call me something problematic on the street.
Yep.
But that's okay, because there are plenty more good people.
But Mark says, Estonia 2009 could have won Eurovision now. Agreed.
Mhm.
There's something about this song that has a timeless quality to it. It's one of those ones I could say if that showed up in 2000, like 2024, we'd still be loving it.
I really think it's one of the most killer bridges of the year, and also the best violin song of the year.
Yep. Ah! I mean, yep. Jamie.
But Oh My Neighbor's first song is my second in 2005. I know a thing or two about separating the art from the artist.
Yep.
Still your second though?
I mean, sometimes you can't, like I said, I can't make myself not enjoy this song, and I can't make myself not enjoy Mamo.
But I'm just trying to understand. Stop as the second in 2005. I'm trying to understand that.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
like my
it's his better
favorite
song. It is his better song.
It's his much better song.
Mhm.
My favorite Christmas album of all time is by George Spector. I got it. I understand. You got to separate the art from the artist. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
you
I
learn how to do this. You learn how to do this over time.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, we've now come to the only song I skip.
Come to the only song you skip. Let me have a
What
look
country's
here.
next?
And I believe in love.
I literally forget Denmark qualified.
Bigger than they qualified, baby.
I forget Denmark qualified every time I rewatch this year. I'm like, what? Denmark was in the final? Literally, yes. I don't remember this song.
Oh my gosh. I was stopped in my tracks. I
don't remember it. He sounds like the singer from, what was it, Chad Kroeger from Nickelback?
He sounds like him. I know he does, because he's doing that like thing with his vowels.
He's like, they call that butt rock because it sounds like they're singing out of their colon. I can't stand this song. It's awful. It is the worst song. It's the only song that stops this final from being 25 out of 25.
Brink, if you somehow manage to hear this, come back to Eurovision.
No!
Try again. Do it. Do it. Because I'm sorry, Believe Again, it is so underrated. I don't understand why no one pays attention to this song. It is so good. I know that Denmark has like a basic history. I know that they have a basic past, a basic present, and a basic future. But sometimes it is just highlighted by a really, really good song like this one and like 2014.
Yes, it was random running order, Mark.
I want Brink back. I want Brink back.
Love. Lorendi, 100% accurate. 100%
I mean, Lorendi,
accurate.
I do agree. I do agree with you. Yes. But sometimes basic just hits. And this is a song that, despite being basic, is right. We need a song that is just unapologetically not trying to do anything at all. Only loves us because of Olympics. Y'all. What? I regret having said anything because now, now the CIA, they're gonna be coming after me. I mean, Brink is not bricks. Okay.
Close enough.
So, okay, no, you need to tell me why. Why do you skip it? What's the reason?
I don't remember it. There's nothing about this song that sticks out in my mind. I can't tell you what the melody is. The only reason I know the guy sounds like he's singing out of his butthole is because I wrote that in my notes. Like this song is the most forgettable thing. I don't remember it. And it's like every time it comes, I'm like, oh, how did Denmark qualify? Was Denmark a wild card?
No, I don't believe they were.
What the heck? I need to investigate this. You talk.
According to Jamie, Denmark was 6th in the juries.
That was the final. Okay, the other wild card was Finland.
I wouldn't personally put Denmark 6th juries. I do feel like that's high. But at the same time, it's not like bottom forever out of everybody.
I'm just trying to figure out who was voting. No.
Georgios agrees with me. Georgios watched Denmark in Eurovision.
No.
And says, I'm not offending you, Lili.
It's okay. You can offend. That's not going to offend me. We could imagine if we would have gotten like, I don't know, etc. over this. That's a good song. You know how many points
Oh my god, the Irish entry. Yeah, etc.
I would have taken that over this.
Oh my gosh, Sinead Mulvaney featuring Black Daisy. I wonder what they're doing right now.
I would have even taken the toppers over this. Yeah, no, I'm just looking at this. You know how many points he got in the semi? 69. No, I hate this song. I can't stand it. It's
Georgia said he Googled it. They were 8th in the semi.
I know, I just checked it.
Oh. Okay.
They were wrong. Sometimes the people are wrong. It was rough. Like,
why is this the only one you skip? Why this one?
What is interesting about this? It's the most boring, vanilla, basic, bland song. This song is everything that I hate about Denmark at Eurovision.
But like a condensed version of it. It's like
this song is like
the Keith version of it.
How do I phrase this? Denmark is the worst country for me at Eurovision. I can't stand Denmark at Eurovision. Period. They always play it safe for the most part. And they like to send bland, boring entries. Like this year, when that person who works for them was like, we don't know what we need to do. What are we going to choose? How are we going to pick a song that people in Albania might like? It's like, how about you don't send shit that's boring?
It's like, how about you don't send shit that no one likes?
How about you guys? I mean, like, Breaking My Heart was not awful. I would listen to that over this.
Yeah. I see why you would.
At least it was memorable. Denmark just doesn't know what they're doing. Jamie says Denmark hasn't said anything interesting since Rasmussen. I will disagree. I will defend 2021 Denmark.
2021 Denmark.
That was
Oh yeah.
And the reason I will defend that one.
I'm sorry.
The reason I will defend that one because it's so fucking weird. It's like, what is this? You know what I mean? At least it's interesting. It was. You know what Denmark should have sent this year? Lega Her, but that's a whole other story. Yeah, no.
They should have sent Beautiful Bullshit.
No.
Or I Was Gonna Marry Him.
I don't even like Only Teardrops.
I don't like it either.
Denmark's only had one song that deserved to win. One, actually two. I'll give them "Fly on the Wings" a lot. That one kind of hits. But Dansevis, other than that, like Denmark, for me it's Dansevis, and then whatever Tommy Seebach and his son did. Other than that, Denmark is garbage. Um,
Let's hope not forever. Oh, but I mean, not every time, because you have like 2014
what was 2014 was cute. But
cliche love song. Yeah,
it was cute. He was just trying to be Bruno Mars, and it was obvious what he was trying to do.
yeah. Oh, Basim.
No, Georgios, I don't think you're crazy. A lot of people like that song for some reason.
Yeah, a lot of people like that song, and you know what? Because sometimes a Eurovision year doesn't really beg for originality. It begs for something that like enough people are going to like that'll push it over the edge of over something that is just trying to be impactful, but overall didn't stick the landing.
Okay, I'm done crapping on Denmark. Let's go to
Yeah.
our neighbor Germany.
So
Well, Germany did not come last.
Dita Von Teese did not come last.
That's the only memorable thing. Okay, this song is kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
This song is anxiety. Like this gives me anxiety.
This song is every guy who owns a fedora at an anime convention tipping his fedora saying "milady" to girls he wants to hit on because they're dressed as his cosplay anime wife.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And you just feel filthy.
It doesn't make
making
me feel
eye contact
it's
for
fine.
too long.
I don't hate this. Like honestly, I kind of like the song, but I have to be like in the mood for it. It's cringe, but like sometimes cringe is good.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's like I when I'm in the mood for it, I can play this, and it's like I can get to it. Yeah, like 418 Music Fan. Oh, Germany is my guilty pleasure. LOL. It's very cringe though. It is very cringe.
I mean, it's not bad. Like, it's not a bad song. It does kind of seem like it would be part of like a Red Dead Redemption trailer or something. But overall,
I mean, it's like the most annoying person you know who wears vintage clothes.
But if they wrote a song that you don't hate.
Yeah, well, no, I mean like the most annoying person you know who wears vintage clothes. At least they have enough personality for the clothes to be vintage and not just like mass-produced Shein.
Oh yeah, and it's not like clearly like that Fashion Nova like paper texture.
Yeah, like it has.
They care about the cloth. They do.
Yeah, I mean like it's cringy sometimes. It's like if you wear vintage, but you don't know how to style stuff correctly. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's like there's ideas here, but you know what?
I just hate how intensely he glares. There's another one where the glare bothers me because when he's just like looking at Dita and it's just like meth eyes. Anyways,
meth eyes. I'm not gonna say what I was thinking.
After I told you about that Alex hit he had when I was in kindergarten, I'm listening to that song now again. That's why they sent him. Didn't work out.
I don't know. What did he send in like? I don't know. I feel like he's
Elaborate.
Lou Bega. I'm getting Lou Bega vibes.
Denmark people are actually choosing the most basic songs possible. Is it a problem with the population of Denmark? Is that the question?
I don't know. I've only ever met like 3 Danish people. My sister has a weird obsession with Denmark though. And one of them, what did she say? One of them was a libertarian. And so she's already going to have bad taste. So that's 1/3 of your population. I'm just like, you know what? That I've personally encountered, of course. But yeah, no, I don't understand it. Let me see here. Yeah, no.
Here, Mark, you make a good point. Cringe can be fun. Alcohol is free is a good mix of silly Eurovision song, but still actually have interesting stuff going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, alcohol free, I would argue is not as cringe. This song is like
alcohol is free is not. This song is like, it's very specifically somebody who's I'll tell you what it is. It's someone who like is 16 years old, a bit, like, early kind of age, like, teenager.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was laughing at a comment that just popped up. Like an early kind of teenager-y kind of feeling like you're just not getting your personal style, and your style is, I like fedoras, but you don't know that everyone else thinks fedoras are kind of cringe. It's like, let him be cringe. I support it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, He's gonna write out this shit. You're gonna write out your shit. And when we meet as adults, it'll all be different.
Exactly. So yeah,
Mhm.
no other thoughts. Now let's talk about a country that Germany used to always give a lot of points to.
Whomst.
Turkey. You know why?
Turkey. Oh, until next year, the big situation.
I mean, yeah, but um,
Mm,
you know what? Let's have that
can I go
conversation.
refill my water really quick?
Go ahead. Jordan's gonna drink some water, get a refill. So you're just gonna hang out with me for a minute. Hold on. Go, just go. Yeah.
Denmark. Stream Brinks Believe Again. Denmark, 2009. Anyways.
Right. So let's talk about Jordan's bricks obsession while he's gone. I don't know what to talk about why he's breaking that out. Um Mark, dim Mark, more like dim flops. I mean, you're not wrong. Let's see here. What's next? Comments. A friend of mine lived in Denmark and then ran away twice. Like from Denmark or just ran away from home in general? I'm curious. Um Yeah, I don't know what my one sister has this thing about Denmark that she really likes, but she doesn't want to learn Danish. She's like, I should move to Denmark all the time. And I'm like, learn Danish. And she's like, no, I don't like the way it sounds. Which fair. I don't like the way Danish sounds either, but like, I don't know. I feel like you should learn a little Danish if you want to live in Denmark so bad. Right. Thinking of thoughts.
All right.
He's back.
He's back. Again
with water.
with
Okay,
water.
so we're gonna move on to Turkey and Doom Tek Tek. My biggest issue with this is the backing vocals are too low. Can we turn up those backing vocals?
Feels so fine. But it's like,
It's
and the rest of the
flat,
song is up
and then
here.
Feel so fine. Feel so fine. Yeah, no.
So, like, apparently there's lore behind that guy in the back, like the backing singer, like in the green. There's lore about him, apparently.
Is that why they had the men in green and the women in, like, not purple, oh my god, red? Like, I don't like the costume choices.
I like what Hadise was wearing.
Yeah.
Because, like, the whole belly dance look, 2009, yeah, that's still
No, I mean, like,
possible.
I just didn't like the fact that the men were in green and the women were in, like, red. Are you Portugal? Like, what's happening here? I don't get the color scheme.
Yeah, the green, and that kind of green, too. Kind of like a swampy, green. Like, dirty kind of green.
Florida green. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's literally Florida green. And Turkey, you are not the Florida of Europe. You are not.
No. Who is the Florida of Europe? Denmark. Really... They've got bogs. Mark says, Doom Tek Tek is so nostalgic for me. Still a highlight from this year.
Again, one of the best songs of the history of the contest. You encounter that a lot this year.
Yeah, no, it's a great one. Georgios Papadopoulos, everything in Doom Tek Tek is 10 out of 10. Hadise is so beautiful. It deserved to do well.
It deserved to do well. And I see why it got fourth, but I would argue that this song and another one of the ones that we talked about should be the winner, should have also been fighting for the win instead of the two songs that were at the top.
Like, this one here is one of the ones, like, I would have been happy if it won. Again, there's, like I said, like 10 songs this year that I would have been happy if it would have won.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, no, it's literally the best. Like, it's so... Yeah, there we go. And Lorendi says, oh, yes. So she was sick. Like, so she was sick when she was performing. Okay-ish clothes, but the men's clothes were just plain bad. Best song, but unfortunately fell short in execution a bit. I mean, like, honestly, they brought it, though. Like,
they did. Yeah.
I don't know what else to say besides I miss Turkey.
And let me just say, one of the best choreographed people in that number was the camera person, because woof, dang, that was complicated work that they had to do. Yeah. Like, interacting. It was interesting
dynamic staging.
Yeah, it was.
And, like, you just hear Doom Tek Tek. And, like they always shout that part.
You already know. Yeah, it's like, Doom Tek Tek. Yeah. Everyone shouts it.
Okay, Georgios has his opinion on what the Florida of.
Greece is probably the Florida of Europe. It's the hottest and beachiest country in Europe, and people from all over Europe go there to retire.
But
I
that's
feel
not
like
Florida.
yeah, you need more than that.
Florida isn't just beaches and retirement. Florida is like
You need Florida man. You need crocodiles. You need people having their rights stripped away. You need mosquitoes. You need meth. You need crack. You need a lot.
it's like there's an energy to like Florida has an energy like nowhere else.
Yeah, it's like you gotta be Florida to be Florida. And
Like,
that is, I mean, would Greece be like the like trash? No. I wouldn't
no.
put them. I wouldn't put them on the same tier as Florida as the other 50 states. We see Florida as the bottom of the list.
Oh, I think that's
Pretty
Ohio. Ohio's the worst.
Ohio for you, Ohio.
I hate Ohio. Florida's bad, but Ohio's worse.
Mhm.
At least Florida has nice weather. At least Florida experiences sunshine. I'm trying to think. I'm not gonna. I'll think about that later.
I mean, I guess in a very logical sense, it could be like Moldova because they're the poorest country, but that's not Florida energy to me. Like that is not Florida.
Moldova is like Appalachian energy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got that like Appalachian spirit.
Like
going.
West
You know what
Virginia,
I mean?
Virginia, Carolinas, kind of a deal.
But like specifically, you are in some holler somewhere and you don't know where to go. Do not go out in the woods at night, especially if you hear them calling your name. You do not. Okay.
It's like, who's them? I didn't meet anybody. That's why. Anyways.
Yeah, no. I just, Georgios, I think, picked it up. Gave Hungary their, he says Hungary's the Florida of Europe. I see it. Anyways, we were talking about Doom Tech Tech. No, Doom Tech Tech hits. It's great. Yeah. Should be focused. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hungry.
No, honestly, I mean, like, we haven't been on stream in a while, so we haven't just been able to goof off in a while. We're just getting a lot of steam out there.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here.
The next song would be...
Next up is going to be Albania.
Oh, yes. Princess Casey.
Casey Tola, I'm sorry. And carry me in your dreams. Anyone
Teal
in chat,
Disco Ball Man.
Explain to me what the staging is. Because I don't understand.
They were going for surreal. They were going for abstract.
I don't know what's happening. I love the song.
Yeah.
The song is amazing. I like it's perfect, simple, and it's like Albania doesn't give us just a good little pop song ever. And like this song has no purpose besides to be bubblegum.
Wait, was that the last time? That was the last time Albania just gave us a straight up pop song.
It's the only time.
Oh my gosh.
Name another song that was just like a straight up pop song from Albania. I'll wait.
Ktoutokas. No, like exactly. Like there is none.
I mean, I guess you can kind of make the debate that what's it called was Ranella was kind of a pop song.
Oh yeah. But I want to also say that was like Oriental dance hall reggaeton.
My sister said she sounds like she's trying to sing a dance hall song. I see it as a dance hall song.
It's a little dance hall. I see Balkan pop. Sure, yeah, there is some pop. Balkan pop meets dance hall meets reggaeton. That was secret to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get that. It's just, oh gosh, no, it's really straight up pop. It was so much fun. Again, I don't understand the staging.
Georgia's corrected us. It's All About You is pop.
Oh, I don't remember that song.
It's all about you, the things that you do. Understand me.
Are you sure that's not a Danish song?
That's an Albanian song. Okay, 2010 needs to be a year that
right?
I mean, I do. I do get your point.
No, it's like it's literally I don't understand the staging.
I think they're just going so surreal.
Okay.
The song is like take my life. Like it. It's the melody is so strong.
It's so good. It's like just really nice and enjoyable.
I think the melody is actually comparable to Denmark in strength of the melody.
I can remember this. So no. I don't know what the Danish melody. I cannot tell you anything about that song.
You just watched that year. Today.
I did.
You made it. And we said, like, I can recite it. That's despite the point. That's despite the point.
I'm not going to remember what you just said to me.
That's the thing. I know.
You need a high IQ to understand the staging.
I guess so. I mean, my IQ is clearly not high enough.
You need to be high. I'm sorry. That was really bad. That was a terrible joke. Yeah, but after Albania, I don't know what else to say about Albania. After Albania came the first
years ago.
This was my first Eurovision song.
You're elaborate.
This is the very first song I ever heard that I knew was Eurovision.
It was Eurovision.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've heard other songs before this. Mm-hmm. Like I heard what's it called? Dancing Lascia Tumbai. I had heard that. I just know it was Eurovision. Mm-hmm. I'd heard Waterloo. I had heard Eres Tu. I'd heard, like, you know what I mean? Like Pupi de Si, Pupi de Son. You know, I've heard all, like, I would hear stuff. Volare. Yeah. I just didn't know it was Eurovision. This is the first Eurovision song I ever heard I knew was Eurovision.
Wow.
I can tell honestly, you exactly.
That's quite iconic.
Yeah.
Quite iconic.
It was, I think I wrote the exact day on my notes. I did. Yeah, the first time I ever heard the song was the 18th of May. That Monday after the song won. It was the 18th or 19th.
Okay.
In
fresh
third
in the
period.
Headlines.
Third period. A friend of, like, that year of school, we had a Norwegian exchange student. She was like, hey, we won Eurovision. And I'm like, you need to explain this to me. What are you talking about? And she played this song for me in class. And then the rest was history.
Wow. You're a fairy tale girl.
God, I hate this song. I don't like. I understand.
I liked this song. I liked this song for a while, and I love this song, but I hate this song. Like, I'm so tired of it. I feel like every time there's something Eurovision related on the TV, you just hear the da 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 da. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the issue. It's overplayed. It's way overplayed, and I'm tired of it. Like,
Mark, everything I think of Alexander Rybak, I think of the time he accidentally posted a nude photo of him, and it's what?
There's more to the story.
He meant to take a photo of the skyline from his hotel, and you could see he's completely naked in the reflection. Oh, okay.
I've been there. I made that mistake.
I mean, that's a meme now to do that intentionally.
I mean, yeah. I just
that's gross to me. Alexander Rybak looks too much like my brother, so.
He also doesn't look like he's aged since 2009. I don't know what he's been consuming there in Norway.
He's a vampire.
Might be.
He's been consuming Norwegians.
No, I think he just consumes, like, good melodies and makes his own terrible music. Because I'm sorry.
Step one.
This was the peak of his musical career.
It was. He knows that. We know that he knows that. He displays that. We see that he displays that.
Like, that's how you write a song is inexcusable.
That should not have been written. That song should not have been written. I mean, some songs shouldn't go to Eurovision. Some songs shouldn't be in the national final. Some songs just straight up not exist. And that is one of those songs.
And yet it won the semi.
It won the semi. At that point, like, you would think that it could win the contest. If you didn't have, like, knowledge about the contest, you're like, oh wow, that won the semi, then it could win the show.
It had to have won the semi 100% on, like, nostalgia. I can't think of another reason why that would have won the semi.
And also, like, they had like layers. They had camera layers, so that, like, the fact that there was no LED didn't feel less imaginative.
Even his songs that are not That's How You Write a Song are ass. Like, he had one good song in him. and it
He
was
did.
Fairy Tale.
Yeah, no, that's true because I've given him a chance. I've listened to his other songs. Fairy Tale was the peak.
Yeah.
It still is the peak. It's been 14 years since then. He looks the same, yeah, sure. But come on, like let's put the violin down, start rapping or something. Come on.
God, please do not let this man start rapping. I don't want to hear Alexander Rybak's rap.
In English.
Please don't.
No, yeah. Honestly, Norwegian rap, it can be hard to get through for a lot of folks because it's just not the kind of language that, like, if you're used to hearing it,
It would
it's
work
just
fine in rap.
not every
I feel like
case.
it
Not
does.
every case.
Because, like, it's a Germanic language still. I think Germanic languages work well for rap music. Like,
Why?
Germanic and
Because
Slavic languages do.
Because they sound like car factories.
Oh my. Okay, fine. JB says, yeah, this is my winner. Here's the thing. I liked it at the time. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, me too. That's how I feel.
Like, my issues with listening to, like, trying to listen to the song with fresh ears is impossible. I mean, I just, everything about it is so.
I mean, it's not even basic. It's not bad. It's not any of these things that could be, like, critiqued of it in a way that you might see online. What we're saying is just that if you're a Eurovision fan, you get so sick of this song so quickly, and it's because everybody makes a show of it. It's basically like Waterloo, but Waterloo's a better song.
Here's my thing. Euphoria people overplay too, but I still can listen to Euphoria and enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just so, I think it's because it's so obnoxiously happy.
Yeah.
And, like, I get tired of it.
Me too. But, like, okay, so just talking about the performance, it was good. I do see why it won. I do see. Sure. Yeah. The dancers, they kicked the hat off the stick. Yeah. The two ladies came out, swung their dress, looked at the camera. Yeah. And that was
anyways, Mark says, I kind of want Norway to have another win soon so that they don't need to keep dragging him out every year. Here's my thing. What do I want Norway to say?
Ulrike Bandstrup.
Ulrike? Oh, what's her name? The one chick.
Eileen Thorpe.
Say Asa Cloughlin.
Elsie Bay.
Bring Asa Cloughlin back, Norway.
Oh my gosh. Asa, is she still alive?
Do it. Yes, she is.
Bring her back.
Bring her back, Norway. Do it. I dare you. Have you heard her cover of Feed You May Love?
No, yeah, I did. You sent me the cover, and it was so good for no reason. It's like I've seen you dark for like 50 years, and then you come back to do a cover of I Feed You My Love, and it's almost better than the original.
Oh God, it's so good.
Good.
No, what's the name of that lady who had the foghorn in her song? I feel bad.
From
like
Eline Noelia.
Yeah, she's interesting.
She is.
Like her other stuff, like I think she just released a song this week. It's good. Her stuff is good. I would like to see
I've listened to her other stuff. Like she's inspired. She's quite inspired.
Hard agree. Norway definitely should have won in 2013.
No, Ukraine should have won that year. But I agree. Norway, so good.
Yeah, no. I didn't watch. Lorendi says, who was his major competition for ESC back then? I didn't watch the national final. The only national finals from 2009 I've seen is the final for Melfest and the Georgian national final. Other than that, I've never taken the time to watch any of them.
Interesting. But that would also be kind of interesting to see like what the headlines might have been back then, where it's where like who knows, maybe if there were Eurofan press, who they would have.
Yeah, there was. Like, there was. It just wasn't like as big as it is now.
Okay.
Like, there was a couple of sites that were around that are still around now, but like, yeah. I don't really have much else to think about with Norway.
It was competent. They used pyro, which I mean was a nice touch.
All right, let's talk about Ukraine because that was the horniest.
Let's talk about Ukraine, baby.
Be my Valentine.
You're so fine.
Be my Valentine.
I love the fact that her eyes are open, but you don't know if she's looking at anything. And she's singing and she has that like Christina drag in her voice. You know what I mean? She's just like bringing that like rumble with it. Svetlana Loboda, You are an icon of the ages. Live
Amazing.
forever, girly.
Amazing. Like, just, so good. I like the skimpily dressed gladiator backing dancers. That was an interesting
Yes.
touch. 3 hamster
That was
wheels.
sexy. That was sexy.
It was. And then like
Mhm.
when they spin her over, oh great.
That
And
was
then they
sexy.
drag her on the drum kit. Like and then all of a sudden she's gonna start drumming. It's like, what is this? They threw everything at that stage, and like, it's the best kind of trash.
No, I agree. But and I'm gonna say something that like it might be a little bit of a reach, but in this year, Finland, Cha Cha Cha, has the Svetlana Loboda Be My Valentine factor. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean though?
Yeah, everything.
Everything
You're not
at
gonna
once.
forget that.
Everything at once. You're going to remember this for the rest of your life.
Nothing's gonna make me not remember this one. And like, it was just like a matter of like, it was just so in your face constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the rhyme scheme is insanity. You're writing Pride and Prejudice with what? Like Pride and Reminisce. And
I think
like,
Dangerous
just, like,
was also a rhyme.
Dangerous. It's like the rhyme is insanity. I'm like,
the camera's slingshotting. Like,
it's so good. Like, this
it's
song,
so good.
this performance, everything about this is 10 out of 10. Like, just 10s across the board.
Yes. I agree.
No, I just nothing but I cannot do anything but sing praises for Miss Svetlana.
And also, it's another Ukrainian act who is able to like vocally replicate the studio track, breath control and everything.
Yeah.
With all the dancing. Like Ukrainian acts, they are so talented that even when there is choreography involved, you don't hear them struggling to take a breath. My light just fell.
Okay. You want to pick that up? I don't know.
Yes, I'm gonna go pick that up really quick. But basically, my point was, with Ukrainian acts, they have a track record of like sending artists who, when and if they dance, it doesn't sound like they're struggling for breath at all. Kind of like Tina Carroll in 2006, when she had that really long note in her song, after all the dancing already. It's crazy. It's really. Ukraine has some of the most talent in Europe.
No, Ukraine.
You see this Denmark.
Ukraine is the anti-Denmark of Eurovision. Opposites.
I mean, Italy's the anti-Sweden.
I mean, they both hate women, though.
That is true. So I guess my first statement is no. Because it was only these last 2 years where, but I mean, they sent the women and they did well. Loreen did well.
Cornelia did too, because
I prefer Hold Me Closer over Tattoo. I'm so sorry.
I do too, but that's
oh my god.
We'll have that conversation another day.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I like Tattoo, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah. No. Let me see. 418 music fan. I was a teenager in 2009. I rewatched Ukraine's performance a lot. I understand that.
It set a record.
Yeah.
It did.
Okay, Lorendi makes another a Portugal versus Sweden.
There you go. No, yeah, that is a better comparison.
Better
comparison because Italy, Portugal is the opposite of Sweden. You're right.
Yeah.
Dang, if someone weren't a Europe fan and they were watching this stream, I wonder how they would have interpreted that.
Mark, I watched the recap video of Ukraine's Eurovision songs from 2003 onwards, and there really is no dud, to be fair. There's a reason why Ukraine's the only country with 100% qualifications, though. Like, they've not sent a bad song. I will even take their 2005 song that no one else likes. I enjoy that one. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
Like, it has a good kind of like rhythm to it.
Yeah.
And
that hit. That really did hit.
It's good. Yeah, I agree. It's like, and like, I mean, I totally get why like it kind of became like a political bit of an anthem too for a bit there.
Yeah.
But like I think that like, okay, Jamie says Ukraine 2003 is the dud.
But okay, to be fair, in the defense of that song, they just came to the contest this year. They're just like, you know what? We're going to kind of do what everyone else is doing and then see how that goes. And when they realized that is too damn easy, they were like, we got to cause some people to have some fun in here. And then they sent Ruslana. and Ruslana.
My favorite thing about that performance
Mm,
from Ruslana
mm.
is when she comes out, she's like, I'm about to win this shit. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Like, the look on her face
Like, the
is
look on
like,
her face is just like, it's me, baby.
I got this.
That's a winner right there. And if you've seen like her, like if you've watched anyone who's viewing this right now, if you've seen kind of like past Eurovision years when they had kind of like the Eurovision at home concerts because of COVID and stuff like that, Ruslana was just like, I am Wild Dances, baby, and I'm still Wild Dances.
She
It
has
doesn't
so
matter
much energy.
to
Like,
this day.
can she give us some, please? Spare some energy for others, Ruslana.
It's like
But
I
yeah,
don't even
no.
have that much energy off 4 shots of espresso working like a night shift. Like, no, I don't
You
have
know.
that much energy.
You know, I honestly, I adore
Mhm.
Be My Valentine.
But yeah, 2003, they just played it safe because I think it was their first year. So just, yeah, they were just trying to do whatever to seem okay.
I'm going to just say, add to this, Mark says, I really enjoyed the 2017 host entry. It's one of the host entries that did not deserve bottom 5.
It didn't
I
deserve
did
bottom
like
5.
Time was good. I think the issue with Time was the staging. But
The
they
head.
definitely wouldn't have gotten away with doing their staging from Vidbeer.
No.
At Eurovision. But yeah, no, I agree. I do like Time. And it was also like just nothing else like it, really. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's talk about Romania, the Balkan girls. I'm gonna start my weekend with gin tonic and lime.
The tiniest heels you've ever seen, and they are just trotting around in a circle.
It makes me think of like nymphs, like nymphs
Yeah,
from Greek.
wood nymphs. Like literally, you would go into the forest and find these ladies. They'd be dancing in a circle over by the river. Like one of them's holding like a jug. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like wood nymphs dancing in the forest. I love it.
And
I
then you
do miss
approach them and
here.
they hand you a tonic and light because, girl,
Gin tonic is good. I like
it
gin
is.
tonic.
And now we know it's Elena's favorite drink.
Hey, yeah. No, I think when it comes to this one, I do have a misheard lyric every time I hear this. I hear vagina light and not shine all night. And like every time
Shine a light. That lyric.
I hear it as vagina light.
I hate that you ruined that.
I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Oh my gosh. I
don't
had
know.
I had no opinion of that lyric.
I've
Zero
misheard
opinion.
it. And I've always misheard it. It just makes me hear it every time. So like I like this still. It's enjoyable, fun, basic pop, and it's all it needs to be.
But I mean, it has some of the Balkan like brassiness that you get in the chorus too. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's interesting. It's like, yeah, exactly. You get that flavors of Balkan in it because they're Balkan girls. They gotta have some Balkan flavors. Yeah, Lauren D, this gives me elementary school girls trying to walk in heels at a pajama party. It's good though. It works.
It's good though. And I also love the staging. Like, wow, it's so pretty.
It's cute. And like the colors are so nice and like the costumes and everything. It's like a brightly colored horror honey.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
it's kind of like the same kind of outfits.
Where you're really going for like the foresty kind of feel.
Yeah.
But it's a bop.
Yeah, no, it's good.
We need more forest bops at Eurovision. Where did they go? I mean, Swadeshi Luna was,
They went to junior.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the United Kingdom.
Jade, Miss Jade Ewan.
The UK when they try. Okay, so we've gone over this is my first Eurovision. For me personally, I grew up on musical theater and westerns as my main forms of entertainment. And who did I see at the piano during this song?
Mr. Andrew.
Here's my thing. Andrew. And you can tell this. It sounds like musical theater.
It sounds like an Andrew Lloyd Webber song.
I don't think it sounds like one. I think it sounds like a. I mean, specifically, it makes me think of a Rodgers and Hammerstein song.
Oh yeah. Okay,
it makes me think. It very specifically makes me think of In My Own Little Corner from Cinderella.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you just reached it like way back into like the recesses of my mind with that. Dang. But okay, with Jade though, it really works. You feel that
Yeah,
nostalgia just with
it
her
does.
performance style. It feels like there is some kind of, well, I mean, first of all, a black woman doing well at the
Yes,
Eurovision Song Contest in
doesn't happen
Moscow.
very often.
Yes, period on that. But setting that aside, she performs it in a way where it just kind of feels like, it feels like she's speaking. It feels like she's speaking while she's performing, and that makes a very, very big difference for this song because it's my time. It's supposed to be like, yeah, this is your moment.
Yeah,
And it feels like that. It
it
feels like it is
does.
her moment.
Even though she gets hit in the face by an elbow, but like
No, but she took it so well, though.
I
She
didn't
took it
notice.
so
I
well,
didn't
though.
notice until someone pointed it out. And now every time I think of the song, I think
No,
of
yeah,
that.
me too. I was waiting for that when I was watching. I was just like, wait. Yep.
And there's the elbow. But like no one hates the United Kingdom. Like when you try UK, look. When you put the effort in, you get rewarded.
You have Jade Ewan. You have Jessica Garlick. You have Sam Ryder. You got those folks. You know.
When you guys try, like, look, you get rewarded for it. And
Exactly.
I think it's a beautiful song, performed beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
What I have to say besides I love this? Like it's just
it's one of the last like true ballads of the UK too, you know?
Yeah. Here's
It's a
the other
true
thing.
ballad.
Like this was my introduction to the UK at Eurovision right here.
Oh wow. I'm so sorry.
Especially
I
was
am
like,
so
okay,
sorry.
that makes sense. Like I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense because like British music is good. We get a lot of British music in the US.
The world knows that.
So of course the UK would be good at Eurovision. And then next year, that sounds good to me. I'm like, I can't be as flat.
A travesty. And he's also a bad person. So
Oh really? Is he? I didn't know he was a bad person
he's
too.
a Trumpy. He's a Trumpy. Yeah, he came to the US and now he's a Trumpy. Yeah. So he moved to the US actually.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that got pretty ugly pretty quickly. But setting that aside, we're not talking about him. We're talking about Miss Jade Ewan. And this is a song where it's also another one where I hear the first 3 notes and I'm like, give me my minute. Like, give me my moment. This is one of the greatest songs the UK has ever sent. And they need to go this angle again. You know, kind of like a Peter Pan at the Clock Tower type song that this is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very Peter Pan at Big Ben kind of feeling. It feels like you're soaring through the night in London and you're just being free. Yeah. That's what it feels like to me.
It's the emotional climax of a musical.
It is. It's the emotional climax of a musical. No,
it's not. It's the I Want song of a musical.
I could see it as both, actually. I could see it as both.
Like, it's the song that's like, because like that's what it like to me. The melody to me specifically. I said what song makes me think of, and that's the I Want song.
Oh, like the hopeful kind of like
because every musical
get the spotlight on me.
In a musical, like you have like I'll use Beauty and the Beast for example. Mm-hmm. In Beauty and the Beast, you have the opening song, which kind of introduces you to everybody.
Bonjour.
Yeah, bonjour. And then, like, that's usually your opening song. Or, yeah, actually, the best musical I use this with is the South Park musical, but people, like, don't want to talk about it too much. Because it has, like, that kind of song like that. And then you have your song that's your What I Want songs. Like, I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. I want it more than I can tell. Like, yeah. That song, that's that. And I will say emotional climax because this is what came through. Mark says, I always felt Lucy Jones was our best ballad effort to me. I honestly think she was robbed.
Lucy, I love Lucy. I love her as a person. That song, it would have done so much better if all the words were not single syllable.
If she wasn't throwing finger guns.
I will never give up on you. Ra-ta-ta. Like, what?
Ra-ta-ta-ta.
No, yeah, it's just like what was this girl? But anyways,
yeah,
she should have come top 10 in 2017. I do agree.
I agree with that statement. Yes, she was robbed.
Absolutely.
And then Jordan Looking Fly is hell tonight. That's what Leo S says.
Oh my gosh, Leo, like we haven't seen you today. We missed you, but it's a good thing we see you now because it would have been sad without you. But yeah, thank you. I got a haircut. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do we have anything else to say about the UK other than like I love the UK?
I loved this UK. This UK.
I'm sorry, Jamie made me laugh again.
Lucy Jones and John Steers love a good old ra-ta-ta-ta. But with John, it didn't seem so
out of place.
In your face. Yeah, like it wasn't as in your face with John. With Lucy, it was just like you're literally doing like this, girl. Just like you got ops out here in Kiev.
So, real quick. Sorry. Music 418 Music Fan. On my own channel, I'm currently working on a long project. And after that project is over, I am planning on doing a video talking about what went wrong with UK and Ireland since the 1990s and presenting my personal pet theory about that. Because I have a theory, and you mentioned it. It's that language rule. I think the language rule had a huge factor in it. And so Malta also fell off after the 90s too.
But okay, disregarding 2002.
What?
Disregarding 2002.
Forget about that.
Iralasko will not be weak. Not my girl.
Robbed.
But also on Lili's same point, go to her channel, check out her iceberg videos. It's funny as hell. Go check her stuff out, you guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my videos are the next iceberg video is going to get filmed when we're done with this. Right. So next up we have Finland with Will Those People Lose Control, the other wild card.
Oh wow, yeah, Bradley Cooper featuring Celine Dion. I mean, the Vegas version of both of them. The Vegas version. This song is so Vegas. Like Vegas has destroyed my entire family. You would hear this on the street. I don't know.
Here's the song. When I hear this one, I'm like, I forget it's in the final two. But unlike Denmark, I'm like, what is this doing here? Like, this doesn't need to be here. Like, why is this here?
Their petrol barrels on fire.
Exactly. I want it there. It's like, it's just straight up trashy dance fun.
But Finland can do that.
Yeah.
They can do that. They're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Not everyone is allowed to do that.
All the Nordics made it, didn't they?
Yeah, all the Nordics made it to the final this year.
Congratulations, Nordics.
Yeah. But Bradley Cooper in a do-rag and Celine Dion.
The do-rag. Oh.
The do-rag.
The do-rag. Who allowed that? Why are they selling do-rags in Finland?
No. They put a do-rag on him so that Europe knows, you're going to be the one who raps.
I mean, yeah. You have to have the visual indicator.
That's how that works. And I mean, it wasn't... Okay, it was not the worst rap ever I've heard at Eurovision. I've heard countless awful, terrible, terrible raps in the history of the contest, included in them. They put a do-rag on him. Sure, that was terrible, but it wasn't so bad that I felt like I needed to just bury myself.
Finland is wild, man. Okay, I at one point have I think JD probably remembers this theory. It's crazy when looking at recent years that Finland was like that back then. Honestly, Finland does whatever the heck Finland wants to do when it comes to Eurovision.
Even if it's laziness.
No controlling Finland. Finland is gonna show up and do what they want to do. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Like Finland is Finland, and that's why they don't have they have one win under the belt. Norway has what, 4? I can't remember. Yeah. Sweden has 7. Denmark has somehow 3.
Mm-hmm. Somehow 3. No, but yeah, somehow 3. But Finland doesn't have an archetype. There's no archetype for Finland.
Finland is like, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna have a time. And if you like me, you like me. If you don't, I don't. What other country would send what they sent in 2017 and 2015?
There isn't a single. I mean,
I will defend that song. It's a banger.
Relative to that time and the list of countries that would come back to the contest, my argument would be Hungary. It would be Hungary because they also were not scared of taking risks in their day.
That's true. And I appreciate it if you take risks. I just Denmark is going to do what Denmark wants to do. Georgia. Jamie brought it up. Georgia will do what they show up to do what they want to do. And I appreciate that. I don't need you to show up and be like, oh, we should send a song that's a pop song.
sleek and polished and is going to do well because it's going to get votes. No, they
Yeah,
don't
I
care.
know.
They do not care.
Finland's like, I'm here. Let's go. And like UMK has been so good these last few years. Like these last 2 years, it's been awesome.
Yeah, it has been. Honestly, like even the last 4 years, come to think of it, even the last 4 years of UMK, there were at least 2 to 3
I
songs that I listen to regularly.
think Finland wants to win again. Like there's
They
certain
deserve
countries you
it.
can
They
tell want
deserve
to
it.
win, and Finland is one of those ones who's hungry for a win.
And I bet they were so pissed when Sweden took it. But you know what? Let that anger fuel you. I know that this is your sister who you don't like. But it's okay because none of your other sisters like this sister. Now, who am I kidding? Denmark is the one who's the.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
Yeah.
point stands. And frankly, this song it also has kind of a cha 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 factor,
Yeah.
or like that extreme chaos that Finland can bring,
Mm-hmm.
and they're masters at it. I mean, even Blind Channel, for example,
Mm-hmm.
like that was wild. That was more wild than Måneskin. That was more of a risk than Måneskin. Måneskin still won.
Yeah.
But Blind Channel, that was a lot riskier of a show to
It was
put on.
new metal. Oh my god. Me and my hatred for new metal. Some of y'all. I also had the realization that Katia is basically just my one friend's boyfriend from high school. Like they're so similar. The candy bracelets, the like
Yeah.
weird humor, the Ramstein tattoos. Yeah, no, he's like they're literally like the same person. I'm
Just
telling
short
you.
of a bowl cut.
Being 5'5", I had that realization the other day. I'm like, oh, this is just Will. He's just Will. That's why immediately I'm like, oh, I vibe with this dude because he just makes me think of Will. Right. So let's go ahead and talk about Spain because that's our last song. And I always forget about the song too existing, and then when I hear it, I'm pumped. Like when it comes to what is it, La Noche es para mí. Every time as soon as I hear the opening and like the opening strings, I'm like, oh no, I love this. But it's like it's one of those songs I forget about how much I like it until it's on again.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like it has, it sounds like a pop artist. I don't remember who that is, but it sounds like someone who got pretty big off of this kind of sound. And to that point, I grew kind of tired of it. I'm not gonna lie, and I think the reason why is because throughout my life, I've gone to just kind of like these free shows in like Las Vegas and Reno, where you just kind of walk in and there's this thing happening on stage, and it's like this lady who was like in purple going around, and she has like a nice little blonde cut, and she's talking about how the night is hers.
Mm-hmm.
It's reminiscent in a very dear way, but at the same time, it's like I understand why it was not necessarily competitive either.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I like it personally. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't like it a lot to say, oh, I'd seek it out. It's just one of those songs where, like, when I hear it, I'm like, oh, I enjoy the song more than I remember enjoying it.
Yeah.
And, like, I think I have that realization every time I rewatch this year.
I feel like I'm gonna come back to around to the song again, but I'm currently now at a point where it's like maybe I'm not feeling it as much, but it's okay because songs like this can be perennial.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the year.
That's the year.
That's the year. Let me see here.
Wow. Oh yeah, and also talking about that interval act when it's just like it was like during the voting sequence we had the like descending platforms coming down with the dancers.
Yeah.
Why did that water look so brown?
Baby, I don't know.
Like that bothered me so much when I saw it again. I was like, oh, that water is brown. And then and then I just felt sad for a little bit.
You know, I did like that they did.
Hmm.
I like that when we got the voting sequence, the last country to give their votes was Norway. And you could just tell he was like so happy when he was giving the points out.
Well, yeah, of course he was happy.
I mean, I think that was cute. I'm like, you know, like
It
How
was
often?
really sweet. It was very
Yeah,
sweet because you got to see just kind of the genuine reaction of someone who's like, "Oh my gosh, like it's us. We did it."
it's
We
like
can
that.
never feel that. We can never feel that.
Yeah, because we live in the U.S.
Yeah. And I mean, with the American Song Contest, how well did our places do?
I didn't qualify.
You didn't qualify. I made it to the semifinal. That was it.
I mean, hey.
Oh, we need to do like a rewatch of the American Song Contest too. That would be
Oh
fun.
Lord, have mercy on our souls.
I mean,
Um,
that was in a lot of ways it was a very difficult show to sit through, but
the
I
problem is
love the
American
memory of it.
TV is like too many commercials. Which I mean, it's a good thing that there were commercials. It means that people are paying for advertising. However, it was too many commercials, and it just got to the point where it was like distracting.
Yeah, and I also feel like the American public, we just aren't like our culture doesn't necessarily dictate that we would be able to retain and take access and participate in a show that's Eurovision type the way that Europe does, because that is kind of just like a once in a year event that generally people who do watch like music TV are more used to seeing. We don't really have like a music TV show where that features American, no, not American, but original music
Yeah, that's the
that,
thing. Is like American
yeah,
shows are more about like just the singing aspect.
covers. It's like, how many times are we going to hear Chandelier or Watermelon Sugar? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh great, I'm hearing Chandelier again.
Yeah.
I know. I don't like cover songs. I had a whole rant at work the other day about how much I hate cover songs.
But because I mean that runs the American TV music show industry. It's cover songs the entire time, and it's annoying. That's
Jamie,
why
I'm
we
gonna
hit
give
find
you.
Eurovision. I
I would
completely
say
ignored the
look up.
American Song Contest.
Sorry,
See a
look up
recap.
West Virginia. I like a lot. I really like West Virginia a
West
lot.
Virginia should have been a contender for the win.
Kansas was excellent too. Um,
Michigan,
Michigan was
so good.
solid. I would say those three. I really liked Virginia.
Pennsylvania.
I'm
Pennsylvania was
also
so
biased because
good.
like I'm like I'm also biased for Virginia. But no, I think West Virginia. I
Virginia
think
was very good.
West
Virginia was
Virginia
one of my
and
favorites.
West Virginia and Kansas are the two songs I like the absolute most from that year.
Mm.
I did see Alexa. Oh, Nevada was really good too. He did mention Nevada.
Oh, the Crystal Method.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was great. Nevada was really good too. I did see Alexa live last year.
Hmm.
It
I
was
forgot about that.
It was at an anime convention.
Oh,
That happened.
Alexa. It's like I find it so interesting to think that Oklahoma won the first American Song Contest and the song was partially in Korean. That's cool. That is really cool.
Here's my thing about that still. I was like, I thought Virginia would send K-pop. Mostly because we have a town here, called Annandale, and we have Korean talent agents who come to town like 2-3 times a year. And so your kids you go to school with who want to be like singers or actors or something else who are Korean, they'll go to the auditions. Like I went to high school with a boy whose brother was in a K-pop group, like a famous, well-known K-pop group. TVXQ, I think is what they're called in China. DBSK.
Yep,
You know,
TVXQ. Classic.
I went to school with one of the guys in the band's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like that kind of tells you like the area. And I was like back in the day, because like just that town of Annandale is so Korean. Like every store, all the signs are in Korean, Spanish, and maybe you'll get English.
That's good. That's healthy. Out here, when we get signs that aren't in English or Spanish, it's just Mandarin, but no Korean. So yeah.
It depends on where you are. Like if I'm in that area, it's gonna be Korean and Spanish. If I go like there's a place called Silver Spring that has the most Ethiopians outside of Ethiopia.
Wow.
So there's lots of signs in was it Amharic? I can never remember what it's called. Amharic.
Amharic. Yeah.
Amharic. So I see a lot of signs in Amharic there.
That's really cool.
I was laughing because there was a girl on TikTok who was like, I used to think that Maryland was Africa. She was like, because like the area, like she's from the same area as me. That's why it made me laugh, because like, if you go to, there's a lot of African stores there. So like if I want to get like stuff like African groceries that I can't really get anywhere else, I go specifically to there.
Dang, that's so cool.
It's like it's an interesting area to be from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, the focus is mostly.
That was a tangent.
East Asia. But oh, it looks like we're getting a lot of love for the American Song Contest in the comments here. Like Mark is telling us, I think American Song Contest probably would have done better if it wasn't on during actual Eurovision, especially
Yeah.
if they wanted it to go global like Eurovision.
Honestly, I think
Yeah.
Alicia Michelle, when she said that it should be during the summertime and put it in an earlier time slot, like put it on like a Sunday evening time slot, like that 7 o'clock-ish time slot,
Yeah.
and like I think it would do better and make it like a summertime thing.
Yeah, it would.
Because like, and yeah, it was a weird time slot. I think summer also works because it's not really going to be competing with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like at that time where like people are kind of at home eating dinner, but it's not, the news is off because the news is at 6.
Mm-hmm. I hate to say it, but Krister, you got too ambitious. I knew the second that I saw the American Song Contest was official, I knew it was going to flop. I'm sorry. I knew that was going to happen.
I remember, who was it who said that this man came, second to last at Eurovision and decided to make it everybody's problem?
That is so true. Because okay, if you ever watch the year 1992 of Eurovision and you see that man get second to last place, you just see
That was his religion
perspective.
origin story.
That was the whole perspective of him. Like, I was just like, okay, then I need to manipulate the power. You saw
If
that
I
in his
can't
eyes.
win, I'll make sure I control who does win. Like, that's his villain origin story.
It is his villain origin story. 1992. Like, that was, what is it? 31 years ago now.
You're right. It was 31 years ago. So Mark says, are you going to be rewatching any other years? I just want to touch on this before we bounce for the evening. Yes. Leave comments. Let us know what years you guys would be interested in doing. I would love to do a year in black and white. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, show us some old years, because we need to do some rewatches. It's always good to have a reminder of what song participated in what year. That's something we should all be doing, frankly.
And like with Luxembourg coming back, like,
we need to we have to remember who they were before who they are now. And yeah, by all means, leave us a comment.
Jamie says, what were your favorite songs from the 2009 semis? Ireland.
Semi.
Yeah, I'll take etc.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look. I have an answer, but I'm gonna look at the semifinals before I get myself saying something foolish. Etc. I mean, that was the hit though. No, yeah, it was etc. I gotta give it to etc. I gotta give it to Sinead Mulvaney and Black Daisy. By the way, they haven't released any more music. They haven't.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
When it's like you went to Eurovision and gave up after that. Come on,
Mark. I love Germany's like rock entry. It is so cute. It's actually kind of shocking. Germany's only sent 2 rock songs to Eurovision. One of their
Blood
first
and Glitter
ones,
being the other one, or like,
yeah. I think yeah, no, I have lots of thoughts about that one. But yes, so like leave comments in the description. Well, when this video ends, you can leave comments in the comments box. And we will be back soon. I'll let you guys know when we'll be back.
We're gonna be coming back next month though. We're gonna be rewatching another Eurovision year. We're gonna throw some years in from the past, because come on, you guys, it can't be all recency bias.
I hate recency bias. Yeah, thank you all so much. Thank you for joining us, new faces, and bye.
Bye guys, thanks for coming in. See you next time.